This is the Bear Country Outdoors Barely a Podcast. I'm your host, Doug Joyce, and with me is James Forslund and Chris Cantrell. Thanks for joining.
Here we are doing another podcast tonight, and we have a special guest, Mr. Jesse Molnick.
Yeah.
Nice to have you on here.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for finally coming on. We've been trying to get Jesse on for a while.
He came all the way down from the top of the hill.
And the reason why he's here, Jim, is you guys went on a little bear hunt last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Jesse, I'm trying to say this in an appropriate way because I had a term I wanted to use, but it's probably not appropriate. But he got his first bear, which was pretty sweet.
It was pretty amazing.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, you know exactly what I was going to say. So does Chris. Use your imagination, folks.
I heard that you guys were going up, and I was like, oh, is that Baker? I'm just going up there. Jesse, and I'm like, oh, okay. You're gonna hike up there. And next thing I know, it's like, hey, shot a bear. I'm like, what? I thought you were just leaving and didn't you just go and?
Yeah.
And it was a nice bear.
Well, we didn't mess around, dude.
Apparently not.
Yeah, there was not a lot of breaks taken.
No. Even from the time that we left the house or Jesse's house to getting to the trailhead, getting up to camp, it was like, I don't even know, maybe 6 hours, 7 hours, maybe.
Jeez.
By the time
I bet it wasn't.
Yeah, probably not even that.
Maybe to get the bear.
Yeah, which we can get into that a little bit more.
That's pretty impressive.
I kind of wanted to start out. Jesse's got kind of a unique story as a hunter.
Yeah, let's lay a foundation here.
So let's rewind way back to where we met Jesse. Okay, how we met. We won't say exactly how we met Jesse.
1970.
We'll say Jesse was born, a beautiful screaming baby boy. No, me and Chris met you at Burleson Winery.
Yep.
This would have been what?
Oh shit, long time ago.
5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe. No, probably not even that long ago. 4 or 5 years ago. Because it was
it was
right around when we started Bear Country.
I think so,
4 or 5 years, maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
I think it was a little ways before you guys started, but not a long time.
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
might be. Okay.
I just remember because you had bought the house.
Yeah.
And I remember when the house went up for sale. So if those of you who could imagine this, I live down in the valley, and Jesse lives up on the hill. And it's real nice.
We're 1,000 yards apart.
It's real nice.
Through the woods.
Yeah, and at the time, I used to live right by Jesse.
Yeah, and James lived up on the hill too. So I'm just rolls downhill. I get it, guys. I see my place. But it was a really cool house, and I was like, I wonder who's going to buy that, And then I have no idea. I see it sells, and then lo and behold, James and I were at the winery, and I think it was Steven, wasn't it? That was like, oh, do you know?
I think it was Steve, probably.
Yeah, Steven or Ali, yeah.
Yeah. It was like, hey, do you know something? Like, no. I was like, who's this?
And I'm just like, sweet berry wines, because it had been all day at the winery for the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, okay, the Kentucky Derby, yeah.
That's
every it's kind of like
that was my Peaky Blinders year, right?
Like it was.
It was.
Yeah.
You guys were looking good.
Every couple years, I have this problem
gig,
where I get like way too drunk off of wine, and that happened to be that day, and that was the first day I met Jesse, and he's probably thinking, this guy seems like a real idiot to me, but
absolutely not. We thought he's fun. We should hang out.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Chris is like, no, it was that.
No,
bad.
it was all of that. It was all of that.
I thought you had bubble gum on the bottom of your boots. So I was like, how is he not tipping over right now? He is just nope, he's back up.
Well, and that was like kind
he's
of
got a lower center of gravity.
I think he did fall asleep that night.
Oh yeah, probably. So like I had never really drank wine that much, like up until like pretty much like just before then. And so like drinking beer all day with your buddies, that's one thing. You try drinking wine all day.
No, dude.
Dude, it's like
4 or 5 beers in one.
Yeah,
or at least Coors Light.
It's another level.
This is basically like carbonated. I'm drinking carbonated water right now.
Yeah.
I'm being healthy.
Yeah, I'm having a glass of wine because Jesse brought some nice wine over.
Thanks, Jesse.
And then I'm going to probably switch to beer so that I don't end up the same as when Jesse first met
Yes, a little Smith.
Well, I think we should do that for the podcast.
me. You never know what's going to come out at the end. But anyways, back to that's where we first met Jesse. And I remember what I do remember about that day in the small flashes that we had that conversation was I think we talked about bear hunting a little bit. And lo and behold, years later, fast forward, all this life happens in between. Jesse gets into hunting because you weren't like a hunter before then, right?
I didn't hunt at all. I had hunted once when I was like 13 or something. My dad took me, got like a wild boar, no big deal, guided deal. It was kind of a weird situation with him, long story, but he didn't like hunting and he didn't like eating wild game, so he was like, we don't need to do this ever again, kind of. Then I think it was like 2020 or whatever, I was like, I want to learn to hunt. So I asked Chris a bunch, and it's about impossible to get to go hunting with someone.
Yeah, well,
you don't know what you're doing. Everybody's
especially the cool bear country guys,
It does, and I remember that conversation, and I was like, God, Jesse's such a good guy. And I get asked all the time. I'm sure all of us get asked all the time, and it's really hard because all of us are so busy, and not only are we so busy, but our hunting time is so important, at least like personally, right? Oh, yeah. And then you have to figure out, okay, I need to bring more people into the fold. How do I figure out how do I take that time and be like, okay, you get this, you get this, you get this, right? And it's really hard because I plan things out very meticulously on my hunts, and so to just be like, oh yeah, let's just like the bear hunt you guys did, I was like, I'm so jealous. You just throw something together and go up in the mountains and shoot something, because that just doesn't exist in my life right now. It will soon. I'm gonna win the lottery next week, and then I'm gonna do whatever I want. But right now, it's hard because I can't be like, I can't be like, hey, Jesse, because I would be like, hey, dude,
yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow morning? Let's go bear hunting. That sounds awesome.
Like if you didn't have like, it's always like either it's a financial obligation, a family obligation, or you just have worked so much into your life that you don't have time to really take a lot of people under your wing. And then now that me and Chris have kids, it's like it makes it even harder because it's like, well, I got to take my kids too, and I got to teach them. But it worked out good for us. But so you got into hunting.
Yeah, I got into hunting, and the first time it was I talked to a bunch of different people, and I was like, how do you get into this? How do you get into this? And almost everybody's like, you just go do it. It's easy. And then you hear like the success rate is like, slightly above zero.
Yeah, right.
Literally, yeah.
And you're like, all right, well, no, I want to actually do it. Luckily, I was able to ask Chris, like, what if you pay to play?
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
He's all about it, and I'm like, well, I'll just spend a few bucks to learn.
Yeah.
And I don't only have to do it once, and then I'll learn a bunch, and then did that once, and then you learn a bunch, but never enough.
Yeah.
Never enough. You're just like,
well, it
you're
takes,
like, all right, well, I learned
years.
Lots of years of gathering knowledge, observing, doing it, repetition.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably gutted 10 deer before I did it correctly. It's just, it takes repetition too.
And it probably takes another 10 before you're actually decent at it, right?
Right,
like
exactly.
You can do it, but so I did that, and then this is my 5th year hunting, which I haven't gone as much as I would like. It's really fun. And then the harder the hunts you do, I think the more fun it is. But it's hard, and you have to either throw money at it or you have to have lots of time. And ideally some friends, or you start young and you can just go out there like the guys we saw on the mountain where it's like, they weren't successful, but they were out there
doing it. And they were learning,
trying.
And they were learning something. They picked up some little tips. They probably picked up some spots that I shouldn't have let them know about, but they'll be back there on my spot next year. But
you were generous for sure.
Yeah, but I've always been pretty generous with my knowledge and like helping people get animals. I've helped a lot of people get animals over the years, and sometimes that usually it works out for good, and sometimes it's worked out for bad because the people then end up being great people. But Doug laughs because he's like, I know exactly. What
I
you're
know a
talking
couple of those. I don't even know those guys. I just from knowing James.
I
you-
gotta keep my mouth shut,
But-
otherwise
Yeah.
I have to do a bunch of editing.
But
on
a
this
lot,
one.
yeah, a lot of people that I have taken out, I've been able to create like these lifelong memories or like lifelong friendships with, you know. And like that's kind of how like me and Chris got started. Like,
Yeah.
you like hunting, I like hunting, we both like hunting, and then one thing leads to another, and then years later, and here we are in business together and doing a podcast. And
Well, it's like what I've said to you, Jim. It's like it seems like every adventure that me and you have gone on recently has been
an adventure,
fucking
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Jesse. Is like
No.
that's the funnest hunt though, is an adventure.
Oh,
It's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Where
you get a lot more fulfillment out of it.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it was actually super hard and grueling and all the things, and you could, if you had a checkbox of all the hard
Yeah.
stuff you could do, we did most of it,
Yeah,
and in a short period of time. That's what it's all about.
that's exactly what it is, and you can't get that level of fulfillment out of like, and there's no offense, like pay to play is one thing, and going on a nice guided hunt, man, it is nice to have like a little bit of security, like, oh, I know I'm going to see something, or it's going to be nice to sleep in a nice lodge or whatever. But there is no replacement for those hard, grueling adventure hunts where it just like beats the piss out of you and you're like, man, that was tough. You just can't get that. You know,
Those
like,
are more memorable.
they're definitely more. That's why I told
100%.
Jesse, is like, the harder the hunt, the more suffering, the more nasty, shitty things that happen to you, the more you're going to cherish that hunt in your memory, and the more you're going to pull into like the top 10,
Yeah.
that's the hunt that I think of.
But I will say, back to Jesse getting started, you'd have never got started if you didn't pay to play, right? And people who don't know Jesse, Jesse's a very successful builder. He's a very smart businessman, I think. And, well, I know. And so just knowing you and seeing, because I know a couple guys like you, right? I think, and you know the guys that I'm talking about. Like, you see these guys who are just conquer the business world, and they get to be, say, they're mid to late 40s. I feel like that's the just a little bit of a slot right here.
Yep.
And they go, God, I've done everything. I've conquered the business world. I got all this money. I did all this stuff. What's the next best thing? And it's like you go back to your like primal urges of like, okay, I'm a hunter gatherer. Growing a garden really doesn't scratch that itch. I want to climb mountains and kill stuff and eat it because that's who I am. That's who we all are. And so for you to take the step, because a lot of guys like poo-poo on like, oh, like Cameron Haynes goes out and kills all these giant bulls and because he's got money and stuff like. I would do the same fucking thing. I would do the same if I was Cameron Haynes and I had that money, dude. I would shoot every 400-something inch bull there was on the planet in a heartbeat, dude, in a heartbeat. But I would also do the same thing. I'd call James up and I'd eat shit up on the mountain, and grind it out. So
I think it's good to have a mix.
get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
Just get started, and then you do need that mix. I think it's like balance, right? It's like when you're vacation and then you work and you grind and you work out and then you have your off days and everything else. You need that balance.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm ready to grind it out for deer season. James and I both have some tags. We're gonna just grind it out. And then you know what I'm looking forward to? A nice cushy hunt. What is it gonna be? I don't know, but it's gonna be
just
cushy.
after the grind.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna be so nice, dude.
Yeah.
Cush. Just I'm talking like feather beds and foot
Well,
rubs.
and it's good to have the mix. Like we talked about like the annual deer camp guys, like like sleeping in till 10 a.m. and like staying up till 3 a.m. with the boys playing cards and stuff. Like that's great. I think everyone should have that kind of hunt too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that everyone
we
should
kind of
have.
grew up doing that.
Yeah.
Except for we would get up.
Except for we never slept in. We would do the same thing, but we'd never sleep in the morning.
No.
But you were young, right? It's
Yeah.
beside the older
Yeah,
guys
dude,
that are
there's
like
no,
little.
Yeah.
there's no
I'll
way. I
stumble
stay
out
up till
there.
3 a.m. playing cards with the boys. I am not getting up at 6 a.m. to go hunt.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Not if I had drinks the night before
And
anyway.
that's usually the case.
But back to like your story kind of coming along. We'll get to our bear hunt in a little bit. When you first started hunting, wasn't your wife like vegan?
Vegetarian, well, pescatarian.
Or not vegan,
Fish.
okay.
She ate fish, but no other
red
meat.
Okay.
No other meat.
No other meat,
No
period.
chicken. No nothing.
Just fish.
Just
so
fish.
How did that? I'm just genuinely curious. How does that transpire from? She's okay. She only eats fish, or I mean, basically a vegetarian. Like that's what I consider it. But maybe it's not. That's not politically correct. Okay, but so she goes from that, and then you're like, I'm gonna start hunting. How does that conversation go, and how does that play out to the point where she's like, I'm ready to start eating some meat?
Because all of us
Or
are
is it-
married too,
yeah.
by the way. So it's
I'm
like,
just like,
we're
I'm very intrigued by this
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, how'd it go?
So I was like, I'm gonna go hunt. I want to like learn how to process an animal and the whole thing. And for me, it was more like the technical, like how to do it right.
Yeah.
So I basically went, got an elk, and it all happened. That first elk was too fast. It was a pay to play. Nice guy, but just it was kind of shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
We were on 10,000 acres, but we like pulled up on the property, and 350 yards away there was an elk, and I sat the rifle down,
Yeah.
thumped him, and
Well,
we were eating.
for people at home that don't know, Jesse's a very accomplished shooter. Lots of training and classes and courses, and have flown around the United States, and probably a better shooter than any of us here, to be honest.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Dude, I watched it firsthand.
yeah, very good shooter.
Yeah.
So continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So we made it happen. Long story short, I brought the meat home. I think on the way back I called you and was like, where do I take the meat? T&T.
What do I have all this meat? What do I do with it?
Yeah, I was like, dang it. And then brought the meat, got it processed, came home, was like, once I picked up the meat, I'm like, I'm making steaks tonight. I had a friend come over. He and I like made them on the back deck and ate them like we were loving it. And my wife like looking at it, but like no way.
Yeah.
Right.
And and then something happened. I don't know. I made some. She just had a little bite, and I was like, oh, she tried it.
Yeah.
Then it was like another little nibble.
That's all it takes.
Another little nibble, and then pretty quick, like I'm like, well, she had a couple nibbles, and she's like, I think she said something like it. I guess it tastes kind of like jerky, only different. And I'm like, sure, some comment
Yeah.
like that, where it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it was like,
she's opening up a little bit.
it's fine,
Yeah.
but and then little by little, she's like, she eats anything that I get, and the bear are horrible. Don't eat them ever. No one ever should kill a bear and eat it, please.
Don't ever go bear hunting.
And thank you. So yeah, she just made bear for dinner tonight, and she thinks it's the best thing in the world. And
Nice.
she's like, "When are you going to go get the next bear?" And I was like, "I don't know. I could probably leave in 2 days." And
You're
she's
like, I just got my first one. Like,
I'm going in 2 days.
There
That's
you go.
fantastic, by the way, because you literally just shot a bear, and you're going bear hunting again in 2 days.
which is awesome.
Yeah, and it just shows me how much I suck.
And I got an elk in between.
Yeah, and you
got an elk.
I didn't even know you were going elk hunting. Literally, I'm just like, I'm done. Like, oh, we got a showing and it work. And you're like, hey, here's a giant bull I just shot. And I'm like, what the What? And, dude, it's a smasher, too.
Yeah, great bowl.
Oh, and it looks so tasty.
Yeah.
It looked delicious.
It's gonna be great.
Dude, some backstraps. I want some backstraps. We're gonna come over.
So
Yeah.
then you fully converted her, or she converted herself, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take
game,
a
right?
tiny bit of credit because I kept cooking it good,
Mm-hmm.
and because I think that's something.
Super important.
So my dad, when we got that wild boar, he like just burnt the crap out of it. And I understand you're supposed to cook it through, but I mean charred garbage. And you're like, well, I don't want to eat this either.
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to eat this if it wasn't wild game.
Right, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So then I kind of got it dialed in, and you cook it less than you think you should,
Right.
because it's so lean.
Yeah.
Tastes amazing and perfect. So I think once I kind of got that dialed in, she started eating it, and now she's hooked. She's like telling our kids, like, you should eat this. A couple of our kids don't eat meat still. And then we've got some friends. Our friend that also lives right down the hill with Chris.
The pores.
She's she's been since she was like I think 13. She's been pescatarian also, so she eats fish but nothing else, and she's not trying it.
Really?
She's just not having any part of it, and that's fine. But
Yeah.
It's what I find is just so intriguing is that, like, your wife she was willing to try it, because a lot of people aren't.
Which is
willing
pretty
to
rad,
try
dude.
it, right?
well, she said no.
Yeah.
And then she came around.
Yeah.
So I think part of it's time.
Yeah.
But she came around pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it was months.
And
Wasn't
now,
like-
and
wasn't
now-
like a week, but-
she doesn't eat. She won't eat like store-bought stuff anymore, or does she only eat?
Not
She's coming
really.
around.
A little bit.
Like
Like,
a
if
beef
we're
steak?
somewhere, and we're out and something looks really good that I got, she'll be like, kind of like nudging
Yeah.
me a little
Like,
for
let
a
me
bite.
try it.
Give me a bite of that ribeye, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I love.
Dude,
a good
that's a
ribeye.
woman's tendency is they always got to steal your
Yeah.
food,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
no matter what.
So she will, but she pretty much eats what I get.
Okay.
I mean,
Which
vast
that's a
majority.
cool story, dude. Because I feel like my sister, she's a vegetarian, or no, she's, what did you call it?
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
seafood.
she's a pessimist, but maybe she's that too. I
I don't know.
A little bit.
But she
Glass half empty.
like she's had a lot of nutritional problems, and
Right.
and like I won't go into detail, what her medical problems are, because it's none of my business to share that. But I will say that I strongly think and have suggested that if she ate red meat like we're supposed to do, like our bodies are designed to do,
Yeah.
I think it would clear up a lot of her problems, and she'd probably feel a lot better, and maybe even would fix some of her problems. But a lot of people are just not willing to do that.
Dude, Jordan Peterson and his daughter, like, look at
Yep.
that. Like, his daughter had terrible autoimmune problems, like
yeah, that's
horrific, you
yeah.
know.
Mhm.
And she went on full-on carnivore, just eating red meat. And I've told you this before, like, so James eats way better than I do, right? And I get all this wild game, and I'm like, half the time, because I'm like, oh, it would go good with this taco, like half a gallon of sour cream. That would be good, like, that's great. Or like I'll make backstraps, or I'll make a steak, and I'm like, oh, just whip up some like real nice like sauce to it, but like the sauce is fat based, and when I say fat based, like mayonnaise or something, But when I just eat like meat and vegetables, I'm a freaking machine, dude. Like, I am in great shape. Like, you can see abs. I'm hot all the time, and I'm sweaty, and my body's just burning, and I'm like, I'm strong, and I'm fast, and I feel sharp.
What world are you living in, Chris?
Dude.
Yeah, no, this is his world, okay?
Yeah. Like, I mean, right now, like, I have, like, semi-visible abs at 275.
I was going to say, you're looking pretty fast.
At
dude.
You look good,
265,
yeah.
I have a full-on six-pack at 250. 265, I have, like, a four-pack,
Hey,
and, like,
that
bicep
ain't-
veins,
that
the whole
ain't
deal.
That ain't nothing.
That ain't nothing. Like, for a big guy, Doug knows, big guys, it's tough, Like, I mean, it's more of like an Eddie Hall six-pack. Like, I got a little bit of a
It's
bulge
more like
in
a
the
little
belly.
keg right here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a keg, but you can see abs, So,
Why do we have 6 payments to an airbrush artist?
yeah. Tattoos.
You
There's
just
tattoos
get
on.
airbrushed abs on.
But I feel when I just eat, and I was thinking this morning, I was working out this morning, and I get on the scale, I was like, fuck, I gotta drop like 10 pounds, dude. Because I can feel it in my knees. It's 10 pounds, I can feel it. And I'm like, and I can tell like vascularly, like when I'm working out, and which veins I can see and which I can't see, just over 10 pounds. And it's because I've been eating like shit. And I haven't cooked I cooked backstraps 10, 12 days ago. And then in between, here I am, like, Gloria's like, you know what we should do? We should get ice cream. I'm like, yeah, we should get ice cream. And
Yeah.
then it's like ice cream and beer, and I'm just like, I'm eating like dog shit.
Well, and it's just like anything else in life. If you don't create discipline for yourself to like do meal prep or like actually physically take stuff out and do it and
It's
cook
hard.
it and go through the process, and yeah, it's a process every evening or every morning for breakfast or whatever.
Right.
It's just another discipline, and if you don't do it, then you have to pay the price,
Then
which
you're-
is
Then you're a fat husband, and your wife divorces you for some young hot.
Jeez, fully extreme there.
Yeah.
went as far as you could go there.
But,
yeah,
you
right.
know,
That was like
I'm just
full
saying,
extreme.
it could happen. But
Chris's worst fears.
I know. But I could imagine your wife's not here, but I bet you if I asked her when she's eating that meat, I bet she says she feels better, most likely.
Yeah, it's interesting. So she had some health issues, and if you asked her, she would still say she has health issues. But I think it's the expectation of perfection, which is not attainable.
Right.
And she's definitely better than she was. She's healthier, feels better. But that, in my mind, that's the whole thing. It's this expectation. It's like we went and we hiked Pilchuck. It's not really a climb, I guess, but we went up Pilchuck for our oldest daughter's birthday. It was like a celebration thing. It was a good burly hike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I brought a full backpack, so I was pretty beat, but wasn't dying. Not like the bear hunt.
Right.
But like, I got back down. Heidi's like, so the bear hunt, how was the bear hunt? I was like, completely wasted. Just spent, like, I just need to go to sleep. Like, it's like that.
Doug's like, I know that feeling.
The sun's still up. Like, I
Yeah,
just
you
really
should
want to
You
get
should
some
come
rest.
to Montana with us.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down, and I will.
4 hours of sleep every night.
I will
The
grind.
ticks crawling all over you.
I don't like the ticks.
Jesse,
That's a guaranteed.
Jesse, no, I'm with you, dude. No ticks, no mosquitoes. Disgusting.
This was the most perfect trip ever.
How were the bugs on that?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Zero
You're
bugs.
kidding me.
That's
no
awesome.
Zero
mosquitoes.
bugs. No
Didn't
mosquitoes.
see a bug. I don't
Barely any flies. Like
There was like a couple. I mean,
yeah,
but literally just little flies. Like no problem.
nothing
Well,
that even
yeah.
bothered you.
What elevation did you guys actually hunt at?
It was around 5,000 to
You were a
6,000
lot
feet.
higher.
Most places.
Yeah.
Some places maybe on the peaks it was like up at 7,000. We didn't actually go up there, but
Oh, yeah.
5,000-6,000.
I was wondering. I didn't look at the topography, like the actual elevation. But I thought we were higher than that. But it was up there for sure.
I think the average that we hunted at was probably like 5,500. Where you shot that bear was probably 6,000.
Dude,
It
that
was-
seems to
'cause
be
it was a little
that seems
bit-
to be the sweet spot.
Yeah, it is the sweet spot, dude. Like especially
the berries.
Yeah.
Five
just like-
5 to 5,500 feet is. It seems like it's the sweet spot. Just about
Anything
everywhere for
higher than
bears.
that, there's not as many berries.
No.
And anything
that's a
lower
pro
than
tip.
that, it's below the canopy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's a pro tip.
That's
yeah.
pro tip.
There were all the berries.
well, now that we cleaned up like all of your, we set the plate right.
Set the plate. You started hunting, converted your wife to meat. She's a machine now. She's going to be in the Olympics next year.
Yep.
You're killing shit left and right.
Yeah, he just killed a bear. He just killed an elk, and now he's going on another bear hunt because he's obsessed.
Which is awesome, by the
Yeah.
way.
Which is what happens to everyone, and that's completely normal. And if you
Yeah.
feel like you're losing control of yourself, just know that it's normal.
Yeah, I'm
Just keep going.
I'm an addict.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna
not-
it's
I
gonna
can't
only go up from here.
Dude, the shop in the trophy room. I can't wait.
I booked a nice big bear hunt up in Alaska. It's gonna be great.
Oh, dude, yes.
I talked to one of our friends about it. I'm like, so what's it take to get a 10-foot bear? You know, for a guy who's got 2 in his garage.
Oh, so we're talking the different kind of bear.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then I'm like, kind of want to do that.
Yeah, dude, 100% do that. I will live through you, Jesse.
Yeah.
I will live through. That's been on my bucket list since I was a child to
Oh,
go
dude.
up to Alaska and do
Brown bear.
brown
Oh,
bear, anything, brown bear, grizzly,
dude.
Kodiak, whatever.
Someone just posted. It was a Instagram. I don't remember who did it, but it was like black bear, polar bear, grizzly bear, and then it was like Kodiak, brown bear, the claw size, right? And it
Right.
went sequentially. It went that like black bear's this big. Surprisingly, I didn't know this polar bear's not that big, and then grizzly bears, man,
Which is trippy because they're so huge.
they're so huge, dude. They're
Dude.
gigantic.
They're next level.
Dude, they're
if you've
totally
seen
next
a,
level.
If you've stand next to like a life size of a big grizz or a big Kodiak or whatever, like that one that was at John Hayes.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you're like, holy shit! Like I wouldn't even try. I'd be like, bite my head off.
Yeah, and then you see a polar bear, and you're like, oh, they can look in a second-story window. Wait a minute.
They won't
Yeah.
hesitate to come after you.
That's the
though.
thing. They look at you like food.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and they're in an environment which they could use some food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, He looks tasty,
Yeah.
especially you.
Yeah,
They don't-
they
dude.
don't give a
They
shit.
look even-
They would
see
love
it.
all that.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I'm super jealous that you're going to do that because that's like top. That's probably my number one.
We'll do it
I
eventually.
haven't
Yeah.
booked that yet, but that's I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It seems like it's on the list
Go
of
do
things
it,
to
dude.
do.
Go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
When
If you're thinking you should do it, just go do it.
When the world's not in turmoil, I had a hunt planned right before COVID for the Kamchatka Peninsula for brown bear, because that's a great deal, by the way. If you're going to spend
Yeah.
money to pay to play, that's
In Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like
That's where all the earthquakes are, right?
Go do the steelhead.
the
weird-
whatever that giant Joey
Yeah,
Pyburn was talking
Joey,
about.
tell us, comment on this.
He
He,
won't
won't
said he
comment
went
on
over there and guided.
Yeah, it was like 100-pound,
Yeah.
whatever the hell.
They're
they
like
are.
a giant
It's like he
salmon
said,
trout.
He said
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the purest salmon species in the world or something like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Dude, they're 100 pounds. They're
It
crazy.
seems like right now might be a questionable time to go up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what we thought too.
Fuck
And
it, let's just do
That's
it.
why the hunts are so cheap. They're still cheap.
like.
It's cheaper to go live there. Maybe we should just go live in Russia.
Yeah.
All right, guess we're moving to Russia. And
Well, honey, I'll be back, and I don't know.
I don't know.
yeah.
Love ya. Well, I'm really excited to hear
Back it up.
about your bear hunt.
Okay, hold on. Before we do that, I have a. Hold on.
Oh, headset's coming off. Shit's getting serious. Sweet Jesus. Oh God, there's a painting.
It's a painting of Jesse naked.
Ooh.
This
No.
isn't gonna be good.
That's your
Oh,
gift
that's awesome. Thank you.
for the
You-
podcast.
You should have signed it.
I know. I should have.
Yeah, well, I want all of you guys to sign it. We need like some signatures.
Here-
and
Dude, that's
margins.
rad.
Show it to the camera so that
Yeah,
people
yeah,
can
yeah.
see.
Where's the check at, Jim?
I know.
Jim, put the receipt on there.
I know.
That's a good bear, dude.
It was a good bear. So
Yeah, that's a good bear.
That's a good bear.
Jesse hasn't put his hands on a lot of bears, so it's like
That's a good bear.
I told
It
him
was
it's
the same
it's a
thing.
good
It was the
bear.
same thing that happened with my elk that everybody was telling me is amazing. Thank you for this.
Yeah, you're welcome, dude.
So that's your first bear?
My first bear.
First bear?
That bear get swat in the beehive?
Yeah.
That's my first bear. When I shot it, I swear to God, I go,
Way
that's
smaller.
It's
Jesse.
almost the same size.
No,
Dude,
dude,
not
not even close.
What, Jesse, when I shot that, I go, that's a 400-pound bear.
If that bear wasn't standing on its hind legs, it was like half the size of your bear.
Dude,
My dog is definitely bigger than that.
your dog's definitely bigger than that bear. Yeah. Yeah.
Basically,
Dude, the worst is when they fold up and there's just like a tiny
Yeah,
little
thank you
fur
for
ball.
You're welcome. man.
Oh, dude.
You can
Yeah.
set it down wherever.
Yeah, that's
I can-
super awesome.
I can still remember the disappointment walking up on that and go, whose bear is this? Where's the bear that I shot? 'Cause I didn't shoot this bear. I shot a big bear. And I pick it up and I'm like, I put it in my pocket for a minute and I'm like, there was enough room because I only had like keys and a wallet in there. And I was like, oh, I guess we'll just take this one
There's enough people that could probably relate to that.
home. Dude, freaking bears.
They'll walk up.
Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a few moments where they've been bigger than when I've walked up on them than I thought they were, and then most of the moments are like they're way smaller than I thought.
Yeah.
So there we were,
There you were.
me and Jesse. We'll
Impromptu.
start. So Jesse had reached out to me. He's like, "Hey man, I really want to go shoot a bear. I think his exact words were like, I'm willing to suffer, or I want to do some suffering or something." And I was like, "Oh, well, you want to do some suffering? I can arrange some suffering."
He's the guy for it.
I want to know. I want to know your secret on how you convinced this guy to take you hunting.
It's a long story.
I think it was there was a combination of things, but I think so. I was listening to like a Jocko podcast, and he was like talking about how like
Good.
men need to suffer outside
Yeah.
together. So I do this thing where I call people and just check on them, and it's not that anybody's having any problems, but I know somebody that committed suicide and probably could have used to have been checked on. So I check on a bunch of different people, even people that don't need it. I just check on. Like I've checked on you and you're fine, but
Yeah.
I just check on you. So I do this thing where I like go through.
He says he's fine.
I go through like a bunch of different people. So
You see the
so
bourbon
any-
he's drinking?
Yeah.
yeah. It's almost enough. Apparently, no. But everybody out there, please call somebody and check on them. Just everybody
That's a
needs to
good-
get checked on.
That's a good thing as a man in general to your people that are your inner circle guys, you know, and even maybe not even in your inner circle.
I think
just-
anybody, like if you think about somebody,
Yeah.
I don't know why you think about them, but maybe there's a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's a reason at all, call and check. One of my daughter's ex-boyfriends from forever ago, he's fine, not like a big fan, but like I called him the other day and was just like, "You doing all right?" Just because you check on people.
Yeah.
I think it's something that not enough people do, and it's easy to make a phone call.
Yeah.
And if somebody sounds like they need you, they need you. So I figured I'd use this as an opportunity to tell people, like, make it happen. But I thought of James, and then I was like, hey, I listened to this podcast. I think I need to go out there and suffer, and I think it'd be awesome if I could learn a bunch along the way. And I don't know if that's what got you excited, making me suffer,
Well,
or
honestly,
learning.
I also wanted to get on the mountain too, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't really got as many mountain days as I wanted to this year,
Yeah.
and then
It's hard.
Jesse gave me a good excuse to go.
Yeah, you
know?
picked good timing.
And
'cause
honestly,
James
like
it was
the
yeah.
weather
perfect.
window worked out perfect. The timing was like we were both like we had a second to go.
The same days we're
Yeah.
open. Yeah.
And we're just like, hey, let's just go and we'll do like I guess like a 2.5 day burn, right? We're just gonna go up and we're gonna hike in, set up camp, shoot a bear, great. If not, at least like Jesse's gonna learn
Yeah.
a bunch. I'm gonna get on the mountain, which is what I wanted to do anyways. I always just want to be in the mountains. And so I had this spot picked out and I was like, well, it's gonna be hard. And we're gonna definitely do some suffering. And if we get a bear, we're definitely doing some suffering. And I'll let you take it from here. We get to the trailhead, and then what happened, Jesse?
I mean, you'd probably tell the story better than me, but in my mind, we got there, we had our stuff packed up, went through a few last minute items, threw our packs on, and started the suffering.
The suffering started early.
It wasn't bad, but and I'm slow, but I'm a grinder, so I can go forever just at a slow pace.
Mm-hmm.
And we just slowly went up the hill to camp, and everybody saw we had guns, and everybody on the trail asked 50 questions.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to know everything.
So you're passing hikers,
A
not
lot.
hunters.
They're all
hikers,
hikers.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All hikers. All people that you would think have probably no clue about hunting, right?
Right.
Yeah,
But it's so funny though how curious everyone is,
very curious.
and not necessarily in a bad way. Not like, oh, you're a hunter.
A much better way than I would have expected.
Really?
It may have been because we had guns. I was trying to figure out why, but but it was like they were like
Everyone's
so
intrigued.
nice and respectful and asked questions, and people. I mean, some of them were 100% not pro hunting.
Really?
I mean,
yeah.
probably as anti as possible.
Yeah, there was a few.
But they still were like nice and respectful, and they understood.
They didn't spit on you or poke your eyeballs or nothing.
No.
That's awesome.
Again, we did have guns.
I think
Still, a lot of these people don't
definitely
think
intimidation.
they don't
factor
think
there.
things all the way through. So you
yeah.
I would not.
Yeah,
have,
you see all the people that are doing the ICE protesting.
know. Oh my God, dude! We don't even get started. on
Dude,
that.
Doug, we don't need to go into ICE protests in the middle of this beautiful story. Come on, Doug. Pull it together.
So to back up here real quick. So you guys are, because it's overnight. You got 2 overnights packed.
Yep.
2 overnights.
So both of you have are you 1 tent, 2 tent? Both you got
we
sleeping
all got
bags,
our,
food.
we have our own
One
setups.
tent, one sleeping bag.
Hey, dude,
Jesse brought a bunch of
Broke
baby
back
oil.
mountain
No.
shit. Here we go.
you boys may not know this, but I've spent many a night in a 1-man tent with 2 dudes. All right, I'm just saying.
it is something that happens. That is not how we went.
Okay, all right. Dudes, tents are back in my day. I was born in the 70s. Tents are heavy. Okay.
Chris is like, the movie Brokeback? They made that off of me and my boys.
Yeah. I'm not.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
If you got a 5 o'clock shot, you're probably not my wheelhouse. And
All right.
you guys are handsome, but
Reel it in.
no offense.
Reel it in.
Bring
So-
it in here. So,
My question is, how much weight are you guys carrying up the mountain to start?
Jesse's
Like
pack
45
was
pound
definitely
packs?
lighter because he bought like the nice KU like super lightweight.
But
pack.
still, like 40 to 45
You were
pounds?
probably like 45, right?
I bet I'm not good at gauging weight, but I bet I was probably 45. You
Yeah.
were probably 55.
Yeah, probably.
So
Probably
like
55
he carries a
pounds.
lot
carry
more
on,
stuff.
like a checked baggage. If everyone's at home, because everyone does this, I'm doing the lift up.
No one else brings weights in their back in their carry.
That's a whole nother story, guys. We'll get to that. Okay, so it's a pretty substantial weight already.
Need some
Start.
ice for that burn, Chris?
Yeah,
So
I know.
just a little funny part about this whole weight thing. So we get up there, and I think we were like, it was after we had already packed the bear out and everything in my pack. I'm like, the next day, because I'm toasted too. Like, I'm going through, and I'm like finding all this shit in my pack that I didn't need or like were extras, like
Oh, that's the worst.
extra deodorant, extra toothpaste, another toothbrush, 3 knives.
What do you do with 3 knives?
That were on top of the knife that I brought.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
And so I had
I was like, man, your pack's pretty heavy.
yeah.
I'm like, we got to get that guy a new tent.
Dude, I had bottles of water in the bottom I didn't know were down there.
Dude.
There was 2 bottles of water in the bottom that I didn't even know were in my pack.
Let me guess, Jim. You hadn't unpacked your
No.
pack since we
No,
went.
no, I
which
didn't.
is like 2 months ago.
I know.
That-
That's exactly what happened. I just threw more shit in it.
Did you have some dirty socks in there too?
I
probably?
did have 2 pairs of dirty socks and a pair of dirty underwear.
These guys, Jesse.
and the education here, because I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn how to hunt.
This
right?
is how you do it, Jesse. Bring it, text 10 extra pounds of shit you don't need.
He tells me like, listen, I don't care if you stink. 1 pair of pants, like we're going light, you know. A couple pairs of socks. You want a backup pair of socks? I was like, yeah, I know, I got a pair. He's like, just 1 shirt. Like you don't need multiple shirts,
We'll check the wind.
right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I got a second thing of deodorant. I'm like, you brought a first thing of deodorant? Who brings deodorant?
I know.
Who brings deodorant?
He's got a fucking roll-out mattress in there. It's got a purple mattress.
Dude, it wouldn't have shocked me if I had an extra mattress in there either.
Blow dryer.
So, anyways,
It was terrible.
Jackery.
so carry on, Jesse. We get up to our camp spot,
Yep.
which is freaking gorgeous. It's one of the most. I'm not gonna say where it is because I don't want to blow out all of our spots. Some people have probably creeped on the internet and probably already figured it out anyway.
Yeah, they're coming for you, dude.
Yeah.
but-
I think it was so people that don't know, I taught climbing classes on Mount Rainier. I've summited Baker a few times. I've gone on all these different mountains. I've seen a lot in the Cascades, and it's probably one of the most beautiful spots. Maybe because it's fresh, maybe because it was an awesome event.
Yeah.
But when you're up there, it's just like the scenery, everything you see, you just look at and you're like, that's the most beautiful thing. And you like turn around and you're like, oh, that is too.
Yeah.
And it's like that type of
It's a 360
environment.
view. It's not like a 180 or, like a
And then
little
you-
sliver. It's like the whole thing is just.
Then you like hike like a little ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last day we didn't hunt the last day. Didn't hunt the last day.
Yeah.
So we go and climb the summit, and then you're like and you're like looking and you're like, this is a completely different amazing view.
Yeah.
And then it's like every time you turn around. So it's
Mm-hmm.
as far as scenery goes, second to none.
Yeah.
So you guys, heavy packs, you're going up, you talk to all the hikers. Like how roughly, like how far are we hiking in?
It was close to 3 miles
So 3 miles, like
to camp.
elevation wise, it sounds like you're going up a mountain.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, a couple thousand feet.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible to me.
That's
Okay.
not
It's
like a
it's
3,000
a-
or 4,000 feet elevation gain.
It was an elevation gain.
It was
You're-
an
you're
eleva-
gain-
You're
you're-
sweating.
Yeah, you're a little bit of sweat. It was warm. It wasn't too hot. It was perfect.
Weather
Okay.
was.
Your t-shirt and pants, and your like zips down on your pants, and you're trucking along. We didn't stop. We didn't take a break. We'd stopped to like talk to people. That was our break. We didn't sit down. Didn't take the packs off till we got to the tent site.
Oh, I had to take my pack off.
Nope. We
Yeah,
just kept.
I would.
You wouldn't have
We
had a
just kept
choice.
grinding.
I'd have been like, hey, I'd have done this. Oh, yeah, I got to poop, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's his defense mechanism.
That's my go-to,
I'm getting
dude.
tired.
I gotta poop.
Yeah. It's like I revert back to my job site days. Doug knows what I'm talking about. Is that porta potty empty? 'Cause I got to poop. 45 minutes later.
He's like, I'm nice and rested.
I think I fired you before.
Probably 3 times. I think you fired me 3 times on the job. Yeah.
That's so funny.
So you're hiking up. You get to you have a camp picked out already. You know where you're going.
So this is where things get kind of a little interesting. So we get up to basically where the trail splits,
Okay.
and I have in my head where the perfect hunt, like I have the perfect hunt planned, right?
Right.
And then I have my backup hunt, which they kind of coincide with each other, but they're like I have number 1 camp spot and I have number 1 hunt spot picked out in my head if there's no hunters up there.
Okay.
And we get up to the top, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's just all hikers here because we were down at the trailhead. I'm like, there didn't look like any other hunters are up here. And so we get to the trail where it splits, and I don't know if it was you or me that looked back and were like,
It was me.
yeah, you're like, there's.
I was like, oh, there's hunters coming. And you were like, what?
I was like, what? And I'm thinking, how do you know? And then I look, and there's 3 dudes in Hunter's Orange. And
Like jogging.
yeah, and they're like,
Oh no.
these guys.
Full packs jogging.
They're like 20-year-old something CrossFit guys. Or
That's
what?
what they were actually a little bit older than that, but yeah, they were all in really good shape.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
That was exact. I mean,
That's what Jesse
told-
said. Like, these are like CrossFit guys, I swear.
I was
Well,
like, these guys.
that's a dead
these-
giveaway. They don't know what they're doing because they're wearing Hunter Orange. Losers.
They're going to listen to this podcast, Doug. Don't throw them under the bus.
They 100% are listening to this podcast,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah.
But
They actually
I've
are
been
great guys.
I've been texting with one of them. Yeah, they were great guys, and it was
That's okay. No one likes me anyway.
But super fit motoring,
So we
like
see,
trail running.
yeah, we see the Hunter's
no.
Orange, and I have this thing. Doug knows this because during our elk hunt last year, I tracked a guy down because I want to know if I'm in an area where there's another hunter. I want to know where are you planning on hunting. This is a pro tip, by the way. Where are you planning on hunting? If you're planning on hunting in the same area as me, that's fine. Like, I'm totally cool with that. Like, if you have it set in your head and you're going so-and-so
It's public
area.
land, yeah.
Yeah, it's public land. But I like to know what you're doing so that I can not do the same thing and we don't fuck up each other's hunts. I would much rather.
That is a pro tip.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than 2 guys hunting the same spot.
and these guys said the same thing. Like he said, I'd rather just talk about it. And they're like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. And they were super cool. And so that bought points with me in my head. Like, okay, these guys seem like they're really cool. And then they were cool. The one guy was like, hey, if you guys need help pack anything out or vice versa, like, I'm like, yeah, if you guys need something, like, we'll be down here. And he's like, yeah, if you guys need anything, we'll be over here. And we're like, great. And he's like, we're going to stay on this area, on this ridge over here.
They were hunting for high buck.
Yeah, they were high buck hunting.
So there was like, they had to be
But
in
they
one
also had
area.
bear tags too. And
Right.
they were
So
bear
that
hunting too.
explains the Hunter Orange.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But they were hunting kind of.
Yeah, they were-
I
one area.
forgive you guys.
Yeah, they weren't wearing Hunter Orange
To go bear
to
hunting.
go bear hunting.
Right. yeah.
Doug's like,
Sorry,
man, what a bunch
sorry,
of idiots.
We could have told that story
Yeah.
better.
So they were
That's
they were
okay.
hunting high buck, and we were like, we're pretty close to the wilderness, and part of it's in the wilderness, part of it's not. But they had a spot picked out that was the spot that I wanted to camp at, and I was just like, yeah, you guys go over there. We'll just go over here and we'll hunt this side. It would have worked out better in some ways to like shoot a bear in the area that they were in because it would have been a lot easier.
A lot easier.
Yeah. Which we have a funny story about that towards the end of this story, but
Yep.
But it was harder, so good.
it was more
Good.
it was more suffering.
It was more good.
So we
Yeah.
get
Jocko
up
would have
there
been proud.
Yeah.
and we go down, and there's like probably the best camp area in that general area, or one of the best camp areas in that general area.
Semi-flat?
Oh, pretty dang flat.
Really?
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
as
was
flat,
nice.
as flat as you could camp.
Yeah, on an alpine ridge. Yeah.
Nice.
It's hard to find a campsite in like a national park
Yeah.
that looked as flat as this.
Really?
It was rock star. Like I was like,
No,
I was
not
like-
like our knife ridge.
I was like, first we were like walking over there. I was like, I'm gonna like try and snake a spot that's like pretty flat.
Yeah.
And then I like looked over there and I was like, you pick where do you want to go? It's your
Yeah.
I'm like,
guide's choice.
I'll take the flattest. And then really it backfired because Jesse's was probably better. But anyway, so we get all of our camp set up. And I don't know what Jesse was thinking. But I was thinking in my head, okay, I'm ready to go hunt now. And I think I said something like, hey, you ready to go? And I think you were kind of like, oh, already? Like,
Well, you started off saying like, we'll set up, camp and then maybe we'll go hunt or something.
mm-hmm.
And he's like looking at me like,
Dude, classic him, by the way.
What's your reaction going to be?
He's sitting there for 3 seconds, and he starts shaking like this. Are we going to go? There's a mountain. We go climb up that mountain right now. You want to climb up that mountain?
There's a view.
Yeah. He's like, dude, this guy, not a sitter.
You want to go hunt with Jim,
Not a
you better
sitter.
be
Not
ready
a
to
sitter,
go.
dude.
Yeah.
Hiker. He's a hiker. Yeah.
So we like set up the tent. It's the first time I've ever set up that tent.
Yeah.
Nice tent. Bought a nice KUIU tent.
Nice.
The guide service here recommends KUIU tents.
Shout out to
Okay.
KUIU. We're big fans.
Let's get some sponsorships rolling.
Yeah,
here.
we're not sponsored by
Which-
KUIU, but I love KUIU. I really do.
So just to say what kind of a guy Jesse is,
Yeah.
we're doing all this stuff, and I was like, man, that's a nice tent because I had a shitty tent, shitty Amazon tent.
Right.
And
So it's
it-
popsicle
oh,
sticks
yeah,
and
dude,
blue tarp.
dude. Pretty
some
much.
some blood had been on that tent.
Oh,
though.
yeah, for sure. But I was like, man, that's a nice tent. Because it was like, it's a 2-man, but it was half the weight of mine. And I
Dude,
was
their
like, man,
stuff's
that's,
so nice.
that's a nice tent. And at the end, this son of a bitch is like, here, you pack all the camp down. And then at the end, he's like, that's your tent now. I'm like,
I was like, you packed it. You gotta
and I
keep
was
it.
like,
Dude.
oh,
I
can't.
carried my bear, and then he carried my tent, and I'm like, you get to keep the tent.
Oh, dude, I will say that I'm not the kind of person to take anything like that
Yeah.
from someone.
Oh,
but,
I'm taking it.
But seriously, in my head, I'm like, man, I really like this tent. I really
Oh, yeah, I didn't think you had a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's
But so
they're-
thank you for the tent.
They are
Yeah,
super
I'm
nice.
still excited about it.
How'd the backpack work out, by the way?
So I did what I do. I bought 2 of the backpacks.
Okay.
So you said like the KUIU backpack, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then our friend Ben, who we shouldn't say his last name,
Yeah.
said, you should buy this particular one and like sent me the thing. And I was like, well, the one I already ordered was lighter, but then KUIU doesn't let you like hit cancel or return or whatever until it's been delivered,
Okay.
which is, I would say, stupid on their part. Having said that, I'm keeping both backpacks.
No, that's
So
smart.
they did good.
Good on them. Good on them.
It worked well in this case.
Yeah.
So now I have like the 6,000 liter or whatever the heck. That is the super light or the light or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I've got the other one that is a little bit heavier,
But it's got all the
but
pockets.
has all the pockets and stuff.
Dude, the pockets, bro.
So I used the lighter one because I was like, I'm out of shape, and this is gonna be hard.
And I told
and I-
Jesse, let's go light, super light.
And I knew he said, I said hard. He said, you're up for that. Like it was like are you sure?
Dude.
What you've said, and I've done hard things. I know when someone checks with you to make sure you're okay with it, that means you're screwed.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Especially coming from this guy.
no, it's always the same person. It's always the same person. Any of us would have been like, oh, you want to do hard things? Okay, cool. We could go do some hard things. But when somebody's like, are you really sure you want to do that? You're like, all right,
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yep.
Like it's a different game.
Yeah.
So I brought the lighter one.
Yeah.
It worked out perfect.
His pack was nice.
It doesn't really work that way with Jim because I'll question him with, do you really want to do that? And then I'll be the one paying for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Doug's always the one.
Yeah.
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 No, but that's the same thing in reverse though. But if you ask him, and you know who you're working with. You're like, I don't want to
In
do
the
this. Is what you're
situation
saying.
that I'm talking about, I already knew it was going to be hell.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm already here.
Yeah. What do you do?
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I do like those backpacks, though, a lot. You can pack the thing I like, obviously, I gave you the spiel, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you can pack so much weight, and I have packed so many animals in the back of that thing. Like
it was pretty great, and I took the lighter weight one, which is like almost 2 pounds less or 1.5 pounds less. I wouldn't have noticed the extra 1.5 pounds, honestly.
No, you 100% will not. There's like being like none of us are small men. Even James is the smallest guy. He's not a small guy.
No.
You know, like
Not at all. Yeah.
he's not feeling 1.5 pounds. You know,
A
like
1.5 pounds is nothing when you already have 10 pounds of extra weird shit in the bottom of your bag.
yeah, exactly. His deodorant and his dirty socks and his dirty underwear. There you go. There's that 1.5 pounds. But you get that extra capacity. Like when you go from like 6,000 cubic inches to 7,800 cubic inches, and all of a sudden,
it's a lot of shit,
dude. You can like in mine, I fit a 205-pound moose quarter in the back of mine and zipped it up. I mean, the bone was sticking out like a foot and a half.
But it was
But I'm saying, like,
And it's impressive.
dude, and it handles the weight incredibly well.
Mine was. I felt like the backpack was the most comfortable backpack I've ever had. I've carried quite a bit of weight, like on Mount McKinley. Like I went with a guy who started feeling sick or whatever, so I'm carrying all his weight, and I was like, it was. This backpack felt the most comfortable with all that weight. I was not at all freaked out. I mean, even once we got the bear in there and was, 100 and whatever pound pack, I was like, it wasn't bad. I was exhausted.
It was a big bear,
but it wasn't bad.
It was a good sized bear. Like that's a lot of weight, you know.
No, we'll get to that.
Yeah, and I do feel like I don't know how many. I mean, I've packed. I mean, looking at the deer wall, I don't know how many like full deer I've packed in that backpack.
Yeah,
where I've taken a deer, and like when I say full deer, I mean like I've skull capped it, antlers, all the meat, all the quarters,
T-bone or
the hide,
bone in?
Bone in.
Okay.
You know, like so full quarters. I've boned them out too. You know, depending on time frame, right? If it's getting too dark, I don't like the dark because I'm scared. You know, so. But yeah, no, I put 4 good size. You know, like. I would say, like, you know, that size deer, you know, like 300-pound mule deer. Obviously, it's not 300 pounds when you put it in your backpack, but still, with bones, you know, you're packing another 30 pounds-ish, maybe, you know, with bones.
Oh, yeah, probably.
But it handles it incredibly well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Incredibly well. It's very tough, and I mean, my backpack's old as shit, like, and it holds up really well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once you,
I need a new pack.
Yeah.
I know. So do I.
So when you
go carbon fiber,
dude, yeah, because it's got a huge.
Dude, Jesse's pack was so much lighter than mine. Like just empty, probably. Like
yeah.
I feel
we're
like
talking pounds.
You guys say that a pound here and there it doesn't add up, dude. Bullshit, it does.
Well,
it
John,
does add up.
I was talking with
5 pounds.
I don't know whose names I'm supposed to say on the podcast.
You can say John Pinch.
Yeah, John Pinch. I was hanging out with him, and he was like, you know, he's
drop.
like ounces become pounds, pounds become pain, and I was like, I was thinking about him. That conversation I had with him when I was like, okay, I'm going to take the lighter pack because my lazy ass I need to get in shape, but I don't need to die. I need to get in shape, and I got a bunch of stuff planned where I need to get in really good shape for next year. Next year,
it's true, but and I'm not knocking John because John's an incredible human being, right? I don't know him personally, but like from what we know of John, he's obviously
he's
a specimen.
Yeah,
he is insane.
But like I'm a pretty plus size fella, right? A pound or two is not gonna. I won't notice a pound or two.
Well, the problem is you won't notice a pound or two, but if you do that more than once.
But
you'll notice the 10 pounds, which add up quick.
At the same time, if you look to my right and to my left, you'll see what I have downstairs. And at 5:15 in the morning, Monday through Friday, if you guys are at my house, you'll see I have the safety squat bar set up, and I did fucking sets of 25 squats.
Yeah,
like 4 sets of 25. And when you do that, you're a 275-pound guy, a couple pounds doesn't matter to me. Does not matter. Yeah. Like the 15-pound rifle I just built doesn't matter, right?
It matters to me. I want the light rifle you built me.
Right.
I want to get my big rifle.
Sounds like he
The
needs to
thing
go
is,
on one of those hunts that we go on, Jim.
I think Chris just needs to suffer.
I think we're down.
But-
I think we're down. We're down to do it. Let's do it.
The kicker is I'm older than these fellas, right? I'm not older than you, pretty close. But I've been on enough hunts, hundreds of hunts, that I know when he goes, hey, I'm going to go straight up, and I go ahead. I'll take the switchbacks, right?
I literally said, how many times did I tell you? We're skipping around a lot, but I told him to take the switchbacks 1,000 times.
Yeah.
It must have been he must have heard it on repeat. We could switch back. We could switch back. Just fucking straight.
Well, I was
Straight. I'm not exaggerating. Straight up. Like, I mean, your feet. You're like you want to use trekking poles. Your hands are on the mountain.
And there's another difference. Like, with age comes wisdom, and the amount of hikes and hunts and packouts I've done, I can be like, go ahead. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm an old man. I look like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Have at it. I'll be at the same place. I'll just glass a little bit more. You know, you can't find animals with your feet. You find them with your eyes. I'll glass a little bit more. Have at it. I got no problem with that. You know, just saying.
you gotta use your feet and your eyes.
You got that's true. That's very true. And if I was as spry as James is, which I am not, and I'm okay admitting that, I'd probably find more animals. But yeah, like you got to be 185 pounds and twisted steel and sex appeal. But I'm not that guy.
I'm not that guy. I don't have that DNA.
I haven't been that since I was in high school.
I'm 275 pounds of old 96er over here.
I
Uncle Buck. You know, like
I've never been that guy. Like, I've never been that guy, and I'll probably never be that guy.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well,
so back to the hunt.
that was a really strong weave that we had there.
That was a big one.
About packs and
We got some serious weaving
Okay.
going on here.
so.
But you set up camp.
all the time. That's normal.
Camp set up. I gave Jesse the look.
Yeah.
He's sitting there for maybe 5 minutes.
And he's probably giving you the fuck you.
Oh no! I was sitting there,
Dude, Jesse was a trooper, dude.
I like blew up my pad and I got my stuff and I'm like kind of making my bed and I'm thinking, in my mind, honestly, I was like, when I go to sleep, I'm gonna crash hard, so I'm just gonna get everything ready. So I made everything ready.
And what time is it?
Did
do
he
you
know
think?
how hard he was gonna crash?
Like what time are we talking? Like you're setting all this up.
This is like 3 maybe, 3:30 maybe.
I
4.
feel like it might have been 3.
Yeah.
I thought it was earlier than that, but I
think it was
feel
like
like
3.
it was probably 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you set your pad up, getting camp set up. Beautiful. You're taking it all in.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm
Loving
like
it.
unloading my pack because I'm thinking whenever, I didn't know it was right immediately, but I'm like, whenever we leave, we're probably leaving. I don't need all this extra crap in my pack. But I had a nice knife and some basic things and like my
game bags,
some
water.
game bags, water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I still I drink a lot of water and I eat a lot of food.
Oh, we went down and got water too. I
He
think.
doesn't. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We went down and got water, but he doesn't eat or drink.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Back to the 185 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. No. I need.
I drink water. It's just
Dude.
not as much as I probably should.
Anybody else,
Bro.
not as much as anybody else.
I'm drinking 128-ish ounces. Let's say it's a gallon. I don't know.
Yeah, James actually saved my ass on the last hike we went on.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he didn't drink.
No, well,
Yeah.
well, that and we didn't really plan to bring enough water because there wasn't any water where we were going. And where we ended up, I was like to the point where I was like struggling
Like severely dehydrated.
and I needed
Oh,
some
dude.
water and he had some extra.
Well, the surface area on James and the surface area on Doug is a little.
Well, I mean, you
little
got to think
different.
about it. It's like, well, it could either give him some water or I got to carry his ass off the mountain.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like,
probably
I
exactly
will
how it went down.
sacrifice the water. I can be a camel, dude. I got
Yeah.
something stuffed in my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we're like thinking, it's like, man, if we shoot something up here, fuck.
Every time, that's
Every
the same
time,
thought.
yeah.
But anyway, so we get ready, and I give Jesse the look,
And he's game.
and he's game, dude. He's like, "Let's do it. Let's go."
You got good training.
No,
Mental training.
he
Yeah,
knows.
yeah,
he,
for
like,
sure.
he knows how to like not get on people's nerves too. Like I don't know if he was like thinking like, I'm new. I don't want to like. I don't want to give him the wrong impression or anything like that, or if he's just like naturally just like, because sometimes you take someone out that's new and you're like, I don't know if we're gonna go hunting again.
I feel like when you're a very successful businessman and you're coachable, there's two different people.
Yeah.
100%.
There's
very
two
coachable.
very different. Like if we looked at like top CEOs in the world, right? And you have the guys who are complete assholes and brash and yell, and then you have the coachable ones. I would say Jesse's 100% coachable.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
This is coming from down in the valley, by the way, down in the valley, but very coachable. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So he knows it's game time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let you take it from here, Jesse.
Yeah, I basically just was like, oh, all right, we're going. Threw my crap together, got everything that I needed in my pack, and
your heavy rifle.
And my heavy rifle, my very heavy rifle.
His rifle is pretty heavy.
But to the people at home, Jesse,
which really isn't that heavy.
But we had this conversation before he went.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a very relevant conversation for most people because Jesse has lots of guns. He could have brought a very light rifle that he didn't have as much confidence in, and he brought his heavier rifle and suffered a little bit more, but he has all the confidence in.
Well, to be clear, I've got 2 rifles that Chris made me that are absolutely amazing, but I have not had them and done a ton of long range shooting with them. Mm-hmm. And my other gun I've done a ton of long range shooting with. So I'm going to hopefully go down and see John and dial those things in at distance and be able to really figure it out. And if I do that, then I'll have the confidence in them. But I the elk I smacked yesterday at, 500 yards was nothing.
Right.
The bear we got was 4 something, nothing. But it weighs, 2 pounds more or something?
Right.
Which is
25%.
Yeah, exactly. Percentage-wise, you're like, it's a lot, and then you're like, plus everything else.
Yeah.
But you had the confidence, and I 100% back that up, by the way.
And it's a nice rifle. Like, it's set up for him.
It's a great gun.
Yeah.
It's a good gun.
Yeah.
Because you shoot it well. That's what makes a great gun.
Yeah.
If you take a gun hunting period, you should take the gun that you're best with anyway.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that, we should, if you have all the money, ideally I think you wind up with you'll wind up with 72 guns, but 3 that you want
unlimited.
three that you want to hunt with.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be like a heavy gun.
Right.
That you can shoot longer distances just because it's easier because it's heavier.
375 Chi-Tac, yep.
Right, exactly. and then you're going to wind up with hopefully a really light gun.
Yeah.
That you can shoot small, medium-sized things with.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have that middle of the road.
Yeah.
That's my dream setup,
Mm-hmm.
and I have all 3. I just need to get more confidence with the medium too.
You have that for now until I change your mind.
Oh no, it's gonna happen. 100%.
And then we'll go bigger.
A lot more guns.
And then we'll go smaller.
Well, yeah, the Cape Buffalo. We're gonna need something bigger.
You're gonna need something bigger. I know a guy.
It'll be worth
So we did good. We got our stuff together. We went, and it's
So you're going back. So there's a knob behind you, or where are you going from camp?
it.
It's
There's a ridge.
Okay.
up a ridge that
has a trail.
it's a trail, but it's
Yeah, it's a lot more steep than what we just came up. There's a lot of this up, down, up, down, up, down.
It didn't seem like when we went, because we just lighten up our packs. We're like, I'm feeling
Fast.
I'm feeling fast.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah. I was feeling fast on the way there.
Yeah.
And then after we got the bear, it changed.
Well, and I think a lot of that's the anticipation of the hunt. Like, you're excited. You're not really paying attention as to how far you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or how hard it is.
Yeah.
You're like,
But
I'm doing it.
But he was like, giving me good coaching. He's like, just look around, if there's going to be a bear, it's going to be off the side in these areas, and he good education. Which, and a lot of the stuff, it's not that I didn't know it or I wouldn't have thought of it, but, when you're in the situation and somebody's telling you, take your mind off that, think about this, it's good education.
It helps coming from a guy who's killed 20 bears?
23.
20. See, There we go.
A fair amount.
That's pretty good.
Fair amount.
That's pretty good.
That's a fair amount.
That's a fair amount.
Soon to be 24.
No, I like that.
I'm at 1, heading for 2.
There you go.
Hey,
you got to start somewhere, man.
How do you eat an elephant, buddy?
One bite at a time.
Attaboy.
Yep. No, so we were plugging along. It was not completely exhausting, even though we still had some stuff with us, but it was a up and down, and you kind of look on the sides and take a few photos of blueberry fields and whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then
good content guy right here.
Yeah,
he's great.
That's me.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Then we got up there to the to a spot where you could kind of glass over. We're both glassing, and then I was like, that's a bear.
Yeah, Jesse picked it up, dude. Jesse picked up the first bear.
I love that, by the way. That's a bear.
Oh, dude, it was just like that too, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's see.
Maybe, maybe.
Like,
you could see he was walking over.
James
he's walking over. And he's like,
when someone spots something before him.
Oh no, dude, I was excited.
Bullshit.
I was totally excited.
Totally
jealous. The verbiage and the tonality, though, that's a bear.
It's like got a bear.
I fucking love that so much.
Dude, I was like, I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
But you know what was really weird?
You're keyed in.
It was like I had to do a double take for a second because, we talk about there being grizzlies up in certain parts of the North Cascades.
Which there is.
And when Jesse spotted this bear, I put glass on it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a bear. And then I was like, that's a very interesting looking black bear. It looked like a grizzly bear.
It did totally.
Really?
Dude, completely brown.
Right.
With blonde tips across its entire back. Even like its head, like going up to its head.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful bear.
Just gorgeous. It was like completely blonde on its back. And then it had like its lower arms were brown. And it's like, I would say maybe part of its side, maybe on the lower side was like a chocolate color.
Right.
And then the rest of it was just blonde.
Dude.
And it was like.
It was pretty sweet.
And I looked at Jesse and I was like,
size-wise, what are we talking? Like same size bear that he shot, or?
I think it was bigger.
Jesse thinks it was bigger. I think it was probably close to the same, but.
It was a grizzly bear.
It's hard to tell because it was like, what, 1,200 yards?
Yeah.
It was like 1,200 yards.
Oh, you mean within range?
Yeah. It was just out. It was just outside of my comfortable range.
Yeah.
If it was 1,000, I 100% would have shot.
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm thinking that's like forever away right now, dude.
I'm like, we got to get a couple hundred yards out, and he's like, okay.
I'm like, we got to go like 3 more ridges over, but
we ain't reaching that bear until tomorrow.
This is why we shouldn't hunt together.
And then this is where things get interesting.
What is that? 1,200.
I'd have backed you up, dude.
So this is where things get interesting. So it's like we see that bear, and then we see another bear, maybe 20 yards up the hill, maybe 30 yards up the hill from that bear, and then we see. So we're watching that bear too, and that one's like that size bear.
Okay.
Like that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a chocolate.
A giant, basically.
Yeah, giant. It's not a big bear, but it doesn't look like a sow with cubs to me.
Right.
And I'm like, huh. But this particular spot, it's a south-facing slope, and it has a patch that's really thick, and it's just in that one spot, and the rest of it's kind of open and like meadowy, like there's a lot of grass, but then that middle patch is all berries.
Berries, yeah.
And it's not unheard of to see multiple bears in a perfectly ripe patch on the same face.
Right.
And so I see that, and I'm thinking, me and Jesse are gonna double up, like that's a good sized bear too.
Right.
But the one that the blonde was a big bear. And then a little bit later, up the hill even more, I see the bushes moving around, and there's a black one. And so there's 3 bears on one patch, and it's all spread out within maybe 60 or 70 yards, of each other.
Right.
And this patch is kind of it's kind of like a cliff.
It's like this.
It's like a patch, and you're
steep.
like, I'm like, I don't know how we get, like, if we shoot the bear.
And you know me, I'm not even thinking about
Oh
that.
yeah.
James doesn't
Apparently-
think about that.
Apparently, we think differently about this. I think, like, how am I going to recover that? He's like, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'm
which
the
is-
same way. Same way.
Which I normally would be the we'll figure it out guy. And
Yeah.
then at some point, I'm like, no, we should think about this.
You're more of a realist.
Yeah. Well, I'm a realist too, and the reality is,
No,
if
you're
you
not.
work hard enough, you can get it out of there.
Yeah. If you want it bad enough.
Yeah.
No, you're not, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So-
vertical. Jesse is vertical. Good.
Good.
yeah. You do that so well.
So
Jocko would be
James-
proud
I
of
don't
you.
let
James-
I don't
James
let
is like
Jesse shoot from 1,200 yards. We decided to close the gap a little bit.
Which we were going for 1,000.
Yeah. I thought 700 like max. I was
100%
thinking,
would have shot at
Okay.
1,000.
okay. I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do here.
I've
but-
seen it, dude. He's
Oh, I know he could do it.
yeah.
So the problem is there's a lot of this in between. It's not just
Yeah.
straight over there. You know, there's a lot of this in between. So we lose track of the bear for a long time.
Yeah.
And we get over there to that where we thought we were going to be able to pick it up, and you know how it is.
Oh, dude.
Nothing looks the same.
Never ever.
Like everything looks different. There's not really
Bears don't stand still either.
no, and they never stand still.
They're
always
when they're
moving.
feeding.
I've got though the pro tip, like this is so I've got range finding binoculars. If you use Onyx and you use range finding binoculars, you look over a direction, range it, and then you use the compass feature on Onyx and you point your phone toward the animal,
Right.
and then you put in the range distance.
Right.
And you put a pin at that distance, and you can be like, that is exactly where the bear was. If we'd done that, we did that after we shot the bear.
yeah.
But when we were trying to get there, we're like looking around again, and I'm like looking on Onyx, and I'm like, I should have put a pin.
We're working on getting this is on me.
I thought we had some of those.
I got to call our rep. No, the rangefinders.
Yeah.
So I thought they were coming out with it in the binoculars, which they may be. I don't know. We're
They
not.
should.
For loophole.
Yeah, but they have the rangefinder
don't
where
know
you
yet.
can hit it and then it'll mark it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
On-
just like go like this,
Yeah.
and then it
So
laser
same type of
marks
deal,
the spot
because it's like-
on
So my
Onyx.
Swarskis have that in the ELs or whatever.
Really?
They have where you pin it, and on the app it just shows you right where you're going to.
Oh,
But you can use it with any rangefinder on Onyx.
you're kidding me.
It doesn't have to talk to it because you're getting it's 1,200 yards this way.
Oh, and then you do the
and then it's on the Onyx app. There's just
Yeah.
like a line, and
Yeah.
you're like right there,
and then you
and then you get your distance
Yeah.
right, and you put the pin, and
Yeah.
it is. I can show you guys, but it's super easy and like. Yeah, so basically we couldn't find the bears again. We tried really hard. We were within range.
yeah. Well, and then we finally, I think we stood there for a long time.
We stood there for a while.
like 30 minutes maybe.
And we did see him like one time, like, but not.
They were
shootable.
moving down, and it was like the bear brush,
dude, they weave through the brush like
Yeah.
freaking snakes, dude. You never see them.
and they just
Yeah, yeah.
they
Like for a
popped out for
second.
like 5 seconds.
Like,
And
oh,
it was
there's
like-
a bear.
I'm like, there's the blonde one right there, and it's just like, and then it
Gone.
went between a tree,
Gone.
and then it disappeared, and then
Fucking David Blaine every time.
we picked up the chocolate
exactly.
like maybe like 10 minutes later, and it was just like boom, gone, and it's just like okay, we never did see the black one again.
And I was like, let's not push it.
Yeah,
I want that bear.
Yeah.
Let's come back tomorrow.
yeah. Jesse was like, I want that blown one. Like
that's beautiful bear.
Yeah, yeah.
We're coming back in the morning.
he's getting cocky already.
We're-
I'm going for the most
I'm
rare.
gonna pick that one.
The
up.
most rare color
Yeah.
of all the bears
Yeah.
right off the bat.
I was like, we're coming back, and we're gonna sit right here until we get that bear.
Yeah,
And then
it probably would have happened too.
it might have, but instead,
Yeah. So instead,
But then.
so we were
Excuse me.
kind of off the hill,
And then.
and then
yeah, no buts. Yeah,
I'm working on it. I listen.
I'm trying. Yeah,
I'm working.
good job.
are you talking about speech therapy or something?
This is a pro tip from Jesse. Spent a couple bucks on learning how to talk and being a successful businessman. There's a guy, I don't know, he's tall, got big hands. I don't know, he says some stuff. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I've been trying to train these guys for years.
Then what's your problem, Doug?
Tony Robbins has a little bit more pull than you.
Tony Robbins has a little bit more pull than you, Doug. And
They just don't listen to me. It's
I will tell you, he is intoxicating.
Yeah.
I've been to his stuff before, and
It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty, guy's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those of you home who are listening, I'm like an itty bitty on the scale of Tony Robbins. I've been to a few events. I've listened to him speak. Business wise, Jesse has spent a lot more time with him personally, been coach, and so I try and listen to people who are smarter than me and farther along than me, which is Jesse. So thank you for giving me that knowledge.
Yeah.
And James recently.
Yeah. I'm still trying to learn.
It's really hard. It's hard to change your patterns because I'm an
Yeah.
old, stubborn, grumpy guy, and you're like, you should do this, and I'm like, I probably do better in life.
Yeah, you're
if I
like,
did
yeah, that sounds right. But
Yeah.
I think just about every man is like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Ask
But-
my wife.
Jesse has spent all the
Ask
money on
everyone's
it,
woman's.
Right.
and thank you for sharing that with me.
I'm here to share.
It's helped me in business. I can honestly say that.
Nice.
Yeah. It's helped me collect a couple more extra shekels, which I'm going to spend on hunting.
There
So,
you go.
yeah.
And tax
Well,
derby
hopefully I
bills.
can go with you every once in a while.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So there we were. There were some bears, and then there weren't some bears.
The bears were gone.
So the bears are gone. Now what time is it?
We're very close to end of light, and we're 2.5 miles maybe from the tent.
What?
Yeah.
So you hiked 3 miles
Dude,
in,
it
and then
was-
you went
it
2.5 miles from the tent?
Yeah.
Dude.
Up and down.
Yeah.
Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up
Yeah.
and down.
Oh my
It didn't
God.
seem like it was that far. I felt like it was like a half a mile.
Dude, he'll do this every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
It was just right
over-
around
just
the corner.
Right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yep. I was like, I know who you are.
It's like you.
I've done this
I
before.
told, to be fair, I did tell you beforehand, I'm the
to
next
be
ridge
fair.
guy.
Yeah. Yep.
to be fair.
So I'm always going to say, let's go see what's around that ridge. And Jesse he leaned into it full force and just embraced it.
I was like, I need a workout.
Yep.
I'm gonna go doll sheep hunting. I need to figure it out here.
So we're off on the south slope, and the trail is on the top.
Okay.
Like pretty much just it runs along the ridge.
Okay.
And so we get back up, we climb back up to the top, and we get on the ridge. And we're literally turning around. We're like, I think we said something like, "Hey, we'll come back in the morning. We don't want to blow these bears out. We'll come back and we'll re-hunt this area and we'll find them. We'll get them."
On the way up, I had like my backpack and I had like my squeeze bag for underneath my rifle and a few things kind of sitting around. And I had my rifle like out because I was like ranging, thinking if it pops out and I get a shot, I'm going to be ready quick.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, we're going back. Like, we're done. We had a conversation about it.
Yep.
We're going back. So I'm like putting everything back in my bag.
Right.
And then he like just walks over to the other, like we're all focused here,
Right.
ridge. He just looks over the other side and he's like, oh, that's a bear.
Yeah.
Like right there.
I think I was like, I went and just like peeked over.
That's normal.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
With this guy, anyways.
With
yeah.
this guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Just like walk off and just
Oh,
peeked over. Because in my head, I'm thinking, I just want to take a little look-see and see what's over on the other side.
Yeah, I feel it, dude. I'm same way.
it-
Yeah.
it was worth it.
And it was one of those bears where all I did was like peek over and just like boom, lock eyes.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, there's a bear.
Yeah.
And I didn't even.
It
I
was
didn't-
the perfect like sitting in
Oh,
a
yeah.
field of blueberries, smack in the middle,
Jet black.
like laying down, like going.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's the best.
Well, and I don't even think I didn't say anything to Jesse other than get your gun ready.
Yeah.
Like I was like, there's a bear. Get your gun ready. He's close. Like, and then close.
And I
is
was
400
like,
yards.
I was like, no, I want the one up. Nope. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
right.
Just kidding.
Going.
I immediately was like,
One thing that you learn from Jim, you take the duck.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Always take the duck.
He told me that on the way up. He's like, oh, I always say take the duck. And I'm like, what's the duck? And he kind of, and then we get there and it's like, there it is.
I'm like, you see the duck?
Yeah.
Jesse, did you listen to me on the way up here?
Yeah.
But
Because whether you take this duck or I take this duck, someone's taking the duck.
The duck is going down.
Yeah.
but both of you are ready to take said duck. But this duck's at what, 430?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like it was 430.
430 yards. So James has a rifle that's capable.
No, we're on this hunt for Jesse.
But
at this point,
Jesse had brought his heavy rifle as well. So we have two capable men shooting. And it's a quarter mile. I mean, it's a good poke,
it's
right?
a good poke.
It's
yeah.
a good poke.
It wasn't a chip shot.
Yeah, and you don't get, like, when you miss a bear, I feel like you don't get a second shot.
Usually not. No.
Because they're out, right?
Yeah.
They always
It makes sense. Yeah, they're going to be like, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
I'm leaving.
They're gonna, even if it's not like.
And they were close. He was
Right on
close
top of
enough to the trees where
Oh yeah, he was gonna be gone.
if he wanted to go, there was no.
The
There's not a
video
second
you
shot.
posted on Instagram,
Yeah,
dude,
isn't that cool?
like, I don't know if stunning is the right word, like, with the patch and the colors and then the trees just coming out of nowhere, and it's just like, it's like a painting, and then all of a sudden you hear, and
Yeah.
I'm like, and you hear, and I'm like,
And you hear that?
and I'm like, oh, he got him. He got him.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ruin it, but continue. So you come over the ridge. He says, bear, what do you do?
I just I got range finding binoculars that have all my dope in them, and I just I looked through and I was like, he's like, that's a good bear. And he didn't say it was huge. He just said it's a good bear. And I'm like, well, we came up for a good bear.
Yeah.
Like, that's all. I was like, I don't care if it's big. I just want a bear so I can bring home some food for the family and get the experience and whatever. So I ranged it, and I was like, that's my dope. And I dialed up, and
Yeah, you got down and prone because it was like it was downhill, but it was almost like a perfect shooting platform minus all the little bushes and shit.
yeah, this shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of crap.
'Cause Jesse had to mess with his bipod a few times. Like, yeah, he's like yanking him, like
I'm
pulling.
like, I want to go quick.
Right. Yeah.
And then you get there and you're like, I'm like, if I set up on this side, I need any bipod's too much.
Right.
And if I go on the other side of this crap, it's too far.
Right.
So I finally get set up, and then I rearrange just to make sure I
Right.
don't want to make a mistake.
You only get one chance at a first shot.
Yeah.
Don't mess it up, especially if he doesn't know you're there.
That's a veteran move too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Taking
we
your
were up
time
there.
like
It was totally. Yeah, we had
No, Jesse took his time. He
Yeah.
got set. He was like, he wasn't out of control. He wasn't shaking or anything. He was
Yeah.
just
I'm
cool,
pretty
cool,
I-
calm.
I learned a lot of stuff from my dad, and I'd say that's one of them. You take care of business, however long it takes you to take care of business. You
Yeah.
do what you need
If
to
you
do.
have the luxury of taking the time,
Yeah, if you have
definitely
time.
take it.
And we were a long ways away. That bear had no clue.
But
No,
We
I
could have had a conversation
100%.
up there watching it for an hour. And,
to be fair, predators get me jacked up, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
Predators get me going. You know,
Yeah.
and the heart starts to.
Well, I've had a lot of practice with the coyotes recently. So
Yeah.
That's good, dude. That's actually a pro tip too. Getting after some other stuff.
Now you just need to shoot one at 5 yards.
yeah,
Don't do that.
the bear or the coyotes.
The bear.
Oh yeah,
You get a bear at 5 yards, you'll get your heart going.
Yeah.
I bet it would.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like my ideal.
And you're shooting what gun? Are you
It
shooting?
was definitely
300,
300 PRC.
it was definitely exciting.
212s.
Yeah, the ELD X.
X, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
the Hornady.
Okay.
Hornady is
Hornady's
that bullet I've killed. I mean, in my short career, I've killed a lot of stuff with that same bullet. I bought the gun, and I bought 1,000 rounds of that ammo, and I've shot
factory ammo, right?
factory ammo.
Okay.
I've shot a ton of that Hornady ammo, and it is rare that you get a flyer that isn't you being an idiot, and it's dialed in. I guarantee you that gun is sub half MOA.
I've seen
Like-
it. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
we clay targets at 1,000 yards all day.
Yeah. You shoot
That's
it well.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we, so I got like kind of teed up. I took my time. I rearranged it, made sure I had my right holds, and then took a second and I think I asked it.
Yeah,
I don't remember. I think I asked if
you
you're
did.
ready.
You said, "Are you ready?" And I was like, "I've been ready."
You're filming, right?
Let her rip, Chip.
So I'm trying to. I have my binoculars up, and I'm trying to film with my phone at the same time.
God, dude. That's the worst. That is by far the worst.
Dude, it was almost
it-
impossible. Like either the phone was over here,
Yeah,
or the
because you
binoculars-
don't know.
Dude,
because
It's the worst footage.
You're
but
the worst
honestly,
at it because you always point it the other direction. You don't point it. In the
I did
general
decent on this, even though half the footage was like all over.
I wanted though. I would rather have his eyes.
yeah, because you're there to get it done.
Yeah.
Right?
I just wanted to see if there was an impact where we hit it. Like,
It's super hard though because I've done the same exact thing, and because you're like, we're here for a job and we're trying to get content for like. The people on the internet and,
It's
and
worse.
for
It's-
Hornady and for Loophole and all.
for me, that was just like that was the backstory. I
Yeah.
wanted to get
But it's your
Jesse
first
his
bear hunt.
first bear.
we can't mess it up.
We can't mess it up.
You can't redo your first bear.
No,
That's exactly what happened. I mean, he was on point for making sure we got the bear.
Yeah.
yeah,
And so shot impact went. It was I shot. It's a black ball.
It's black ball.
yeah.
I was expecting. I Googled and I watched videos and I looked at things and they're like, shoot behind the shoulder, and he says shoot behind the shoulder. It's a ball. It's not a shoulder. There's no shoulder.
Yeah, and his
It's
bear is fat.
It is
super
a
fat.
fat bear. There is no shoulder.
It's just a ball.
It is a ball. So I was like, all right, well, a little back. I guess the shoulder's here. I'm going to go back. So I shot a little too far back. So then,
Now, to be fair,
To be fair,
if you had like I don't know, Loophole Mark V, you probably could have seen that shoulder. We're shooting a non-Loophole school, and that's not your fault, Jesse. That's not your fault. It's your first bear. Now that you've shot your first bear, maybe we go the other way.
we can.
I would be open. I would be open for a conversation. You got me on the Hornady, and honestly, your guys' sponsorships, the sponsors, I'm telling you guys out there right now, you have no clue the value of these guys. Montana Knife Company, they say buy Montana Knife Companies. Hey, can you grab a little extra something if there's anything over there? Anything.
Grab them the High West.
Oh, watch out! Doug will get your bourbon drunk.
Oh boy.
That's fine. I'm good.
But I think that
But the sponsor, so you guys said Montana Knife Company. I don't know anything about Montana Knife Company. I'm not a hunter. I appreciate your advice.
Mm-hmm.
So you said Montana Knife Company. I bought one, and I was like, ooh, this is kind of nice. I like this. So I bought another one. Pretty quick, I got 5 knives.
right.
The Montana Knife Company made money on that transaction.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know how much money, but I guarantee you they made money, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, you should get a Kuyu, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, 10 grand later on Kuyu, I'm
Right.
like, okay.
And we're not even sponsored by Kuyu, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, Hornady? You're like, I'm like, I love Hornady. Let me buy another 1,000 rounds.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think people understand how much these conversations impact,
Right.
especially a novice shooter. But there's a lot of people out there with a few bucks to spend that are going to go, this is what I was told. I was told to get a Loophole.
Yeah.
I should buy Loophole.
Yeah. Well, and that comes down to our conversation that we have all the time about when we talk about sponsorships.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about what companies do we actually believe in, and which companies do we want to be
In business with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And support, because we want to be able to tell people the right thing. We want to be able to say, this is the products you should buy for this hunt, and actually have it be the truth, because if it's not, then it makes us look like assholes.
The one, I think, you and I had a hard conversation here a couple months ago about we had a sponsor that I liked their product, but the people that we dealt with weren't in line with what
us, yeah.
with us, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, do we got to let them go?
Yeah.
Like I don't think that they're
We
not,
got to let them go.
we have to let, like we did. We just
We did.
Yeah, and we let them go. Like, hey, we're going to part ways as friends. We appreciate you. You're just,
It's not working out.
not
Whatever the
working out.
reason is, like it doesn't.
from them.
I said, it's not you, it's me.
And it literally like
I said, Jim.
Huh? What did you say?
So we're still getting commission.
Oh, are we really? Okay, well,
it was just
On to the next.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It was just one of those things where I feel like,
We should. We should.
yeah,
If people know, they know.
when you ask, right?
Right.
I feel like I have a couple friends that will ask me things like, hey, what should I use? What should I do? And these are people who are very successful, high net worth people, hundreds of millions, billions, or whatever, however much you got. It's a lot, right? And so when you ask me, it puts a little pressure on me to be like, okay, I got to give a good referral, right?
Yeah.
And if you're like, hey, you're sponsored by Walmart, and you use Walmart shit, like that's not who we are.
Yeah,
That's not who we are.
Exactly.
Like, for instance, we got a pile of Kovix T-shirts over here. So Kovix is our new silencer sponsor. Dude, their silencers are freaking awesome.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they're very high end.
Yeah.
They're kind of expensive maybe if you're looking for like a bargain can. But the thing is,
I need 10 of those.
the material and the laser welds
They're
and
nice.
and they're perfect. They're beautiful. And that's the thing. Like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like
See?
when I tell a
You're
guy,
welcome, Kovics.
yeah, like for instance, if Kovix is listening, which I'm sure Rex and the boys are listening, like if I tell a guy who's worth $500,000, $500 million, $1 billion, like down the line, if you think that I believe in a product, because I own a gun shop and I use them all the time. I shoot every single day. I feel like my word carries a little bit more weight than maybe the average guys, just because I'm building guns every day and I'm building high-end guns, right?
Right.
Like if I build you a $10,000 gun, you're going to want a good can. I'm not going to be like, you know what you should use? That new Savage can. And nothing against Savage, but their new can is dog shit.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I would never put it on any of my guns.
Yeah.
They're garbage, right? So you want a good high-end can. That's what it's going to be. And I'm sorry, I just went to that because we just have one in the shop. They're so gross.
It's so funny.
They're
It's like nothing against Savage, but you're
Well,
fucking
I was thinking there are worse brands you could have thrown out there, but all right.
No, well, to be fair, and I probably pick on them a little bit more. I had one of their bullet traps that blew up in my face, and I got some 308 shrapnel
You're
in my.
carrying around some.
I have a little
He's
bit
got
of a
some
grudge.
pain.
Baggage.
You
I
got
got
some
some
pain
baggage.
behind those
Yeah,
eyes.
and when
brother.
I called them and I said, "Hey, your bullet trap just failed, and I just got shot in the face," they go,
That's a bummer.
"That's too bad for you.
Yeah, that's
You got-
not cool.
You got bullets in your face." But to be fair, their new can.
You should call OSHA on yourself.
Yeah, I know. To be fair, their new can is really gross.
Dude,
Like it's
completely out of control, this guy.
Yeah, it's like a Walmart can. I mean, I feel like it's Walmart grade.
Yeah, it's the Walmart of cans.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want that's the thing when you're doing this stuff. You're like, okay, if you're paying to play at all,
Yeah.
then it's a lot of money to go on a trip, and if you got crap gear,
Yeah.
you're going to suffer. If you're not paying to play, let's say you don't have the dough to do that, and you got like an over-the-counter gun with an over-the-counter scope, and you got decent gear, but it's not great. But you're out there, and you're like, I got 2 weeks. It doesn't matter who you are, unless you're buying governor's tags.
Yeah.
You pretty much got a short window to hunt.
100%.
And then most of us have lives,
Yeah.
if not wives and kids and everything else. You still only have a certain amount of time you can hunt because that's the season.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, well, this is my window. You're better off to get some side work and get the can that's going to do you a service if that's what you need.
Yeah.
Buy the scope that is going to do you a good service if that's what you need.
Yeah.
Buy the good backpack. Buy your gear.
You got
It
to
doesn't have to be the absolute pinnacle of gear, but if you can afford it, it should be.
do the best you can.
If you can afford it, yeah.
And
But if you can't afford it, like your tent probably served you a long time.
Oh, it
It was-
did. It went on a lot of hunts.
A lot of hunts.
Yeah.
And it still worked fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's not as nice as the 10 I got from my friend.
that's the best part of the whole thing, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like you
Right.
get up there and you're like, oh, I should have done this earlier.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah,
you're not going to. It's not that you couldn't have afforded to buy the tent.
The funny things you say that is I've been preaching to Jim about his boots for probably I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
Probably 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been preaching to Jim.
Are those new boots you just got?
They're brand new, dude. That was
those
second out for
because
those
look
boots.
nice.
Yeah, they were nice.
Yeah.
Nice new Crispies, dude. And they're now that they're broke in. The first trip, I broke them in while I was hunting, which is a terrible no, by the way.
Terrible idea.
I
Yeah.
don't suggest
how do the
it.
insoles feel on them?
Great now.
Yeah.
Now that I've worn them into the ground.
Is the toe box sloppy for your foot?
Mm-mm.
So
no, so
that's
those boots kind of
Crispies are very tight on your
they
toes.
kind of go like they
I'm
kind of
gonna
curve
go.
in.
I'm gonna go try a pair.
Were yours moving around?
Yeah, so I kind of mentioned that a couple times.
Yeah.
Like my feet, I have the Kenetreks. Honestly, they're great boots. They didn't hurt my feet. I didn't have any issues. Didn't have any blisters. So I sound like I'm complaining, but I feel like
Could have been.
they could have been a little bit tight. And I got a wide foot, but it just was a little sloppy side to side. And I got some big hunts planned, and I'm like, I want the absolute perfect pair. I want to be able to cover some ground.
This is kind of a pro tip, by the way, too. And Jesse knows because he did a lot of hiking, but most guys I don't think would know this. When you start getting hot spots on your feet, even in the slightest, it's time to stop for a second and figure it out. Like either you tighten your boots up and fix that problem, or, pro tip, double your socks if you have to. Even if your feet are hot and sweaty, it doesn't matter. Like you're better to have not tore up feet by the end of it.
If you wreck your feet, it's
you're done.
over. Yeah.
Like you're not gonna hike as far. You're not gonna hunt as hard. You're just gonna be worried on your feet.
I was a Kenetrek guy for years, and I had really bad. Apparently, my arches collapsing because I have very, very high arches.
Yeah.
And what I did, and we don't have a boot sponsor, but I contracted Lathrop and Sons to build me a pair of boots that were like custom insoles and custom widths. So it's a it's kind of a pain in the ass, the process, because you gotta you do imprints of your feet and you send them your feet, and then you have these long conversations. The guy's a son of I'm pretty sure there's two brothers that own it. They're podiatrists, and because their dad was a podiatrist, I don't know. Anyways,
They're Irish, right?
I have no idea.
Like they're like leprechauns, like
Irish
building-
podiatrists. I don't know.
talking
custom
about?
making boots. I don't know. And Lathrop and Son sounds like an Irish name
Oh,
to me.
I don't know. They're pretty big guys. I don't know.
I just envision like a couple guys like listen to Irish music, like building handmade boots.
I
a
think-
couple of leprechauns.
all I know is I think you just sold me on a pair of boots.
So
I want that.
So he sent the guy. So I talked to the owner, who's a podiatrist, and I was like, "Hey, I went because I apparently I broke my foot. I didn't know this because there was I laced up one day I laced my Kenetreks up. I was like, man, that kind of hurts, and I take my boot off and I feel the top of my foot, and there's a bone right in the middle of my foot just sticking out of the top of my foot, and I'm like, son of a bitch, when did I do that?
I didn't notice that hurt.
Yeah. It literally, and it's still like on my right foot, there's a bone just sticking straight out of the top of my foot, in the middle of my foot. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And I'm like, I got shit to do. I don't got time to work on this, So I just kind of go back to it.
What are you
right?
gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Like,
You're not gonna do anything.
I tried to
about it.
push it back in, and it didn't do it. It just moved. It just hurt, So I didn't touch it
You go to your doctor,
because
who's
I'm a
like
baby.
the best doctor in the world for
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah. So my wife goes.
You literally know a guy.
I know. Yeah. I know, guys. And my wife goes, you got to go see this guy. So I go see this guy, and this guy tells me, Chris, you got the worst feet I've ever seen. And I'm like, why would you say that? I don't have my feet are fine. They look like fine feet. I got great. I have
duck feet.
I have one bone sticking out of the top of my foot, but apparently I had a bunch of broken bones. Anyways, so nothing happens. He tells me they got to cut my foot in half to fix it. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So I call this guy because I saw Adam Grenda posted something. Shout out to Adam Grenda, great freaking guy up in Alaska there. And he goes, he's using Lathrop and Sons, so says I'll call him, and I call the guy and I say, hey, I hear you make good boots, and I have this problem, like I have debilitating foot pain, like incredible, and I mean like I have $4 or $5 million worth of surgery in my body, like I've dealt with some pain. I'm kind of a puss, I'm not gonna lie, but it hurts. Mm-hmm. What can I do about my feet? Hurt like hell when I climb the mountain. He goes, what do you run? I said, Kenetreks, Mountain Extremes. Ran them for years. I got like 3 pairs of them. They're great boots. And he goes, sounds like something's changed in your foot. Okay, what changes in my foot? And he goes, how old are you? And I say, I'm 45. How much do you weigh? 275. How much do you work out? I go, I work out all the time, dude. Like I'm kind of chubby, but like I could, I could drop a couple pounds if you think that's going to help. And he's like, I'm going to send you some things, and I do all these foot things, and he talks to me on the phone, and I take these out, these imprints of my feet, and you trace them, and you do this, and you lean, and anyways, it's a big thing. And I sent him all this shit, and he goes, then it's these long conversations on the phone, and I'm like, fuck, I'm irritated because it's taking time. And I have the Amazon mentality. I want it right now.
Just give me the answer.
Yeah, just give me
Charge
the answer.
Charge me money.
Yeah, but it takes time to figure this out, and I don't realize that's what he's doing. Right, he's gathering all this information. So he sends me a pair of boots, and I'm like, dude, these are not going to work. Like, and he's like, your boots are too small, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So he sends me a pair of like 15 triple E's, right? And I usually wear a 14. I'm like, I can't wear 15. See, these things are freaking huge. And I put them on, and I start on this stupid treadmill, and I hike on the treadmill for like a month. Not one time did I have foot pain.
Really?
Not a single time. Not a single time did it hurt or bother me. And I thought, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know about this. And like, I just kept on and kept on and kept on. And now I took them on the Alaska hunt, which you guys know turned out to be a big turd sandwich. But I'm headed to Loomis for my deer hunt. That's going to be the big
test.
The big test.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see how it turns out.
Boots are important.
So on your hunt that you just did, because that was a lot of hiking.
Yeah, a lot of ground covered.
What did you wear?
The Skinner trucks.
Okay.
And they were fine, just a little, even lace tight. They would either be too tight on the top of my foot on the arch,
right,
or they would be way too loose in the toe box, and in the middle there where it didn't hurt in either spot, it was so sloppy.
And you were just getting wear on your toes.
It was fine. I didn't get any blisters or anything, so it wasn't bad. The boots fit enough that
right,
it was okay. But just like a couple hot spots where you're like, if I thought on the way up to the peak, on the way up to camp, I thought my feet might end up hurting. I might need to put on a second pair of socks.
Right.
Didn't grab a second pair of socks, and we quickly went up to the peak, and then we are weaving all over. But I get up there, and I'm like, I probably need a second pair of socks, or
mountain goat.
I need something going on. Shoot the bear, and just before I shot the bear, I did ask, can we get this bear out of here? He said it'd be fine. And then we rappel down the cliff.
Yeah.
Without a rope.
Full on crampons, the whole deal. Yeah.
I'm sorry I wasn't there to warn you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I said suffering.
Yeah. So tell me, you shoot the bear, then what happens?
Jim doesn't know what
So
suffering is.
We shot the bear.
Oh, I know.
I shot the bear. It ran like probably 15.
Yeah, probably 10 or 15 yards forward.
Maybe 10 or 15 yards. It wasn't very far, and it kind of ran behind a couple bushes and trees and then popped back out.
Right.
And then stood right there on the edge, and I was like...
Yeah, we was just standing there.
And I was like, I was racking another round. He's like, might as well give him another one just to make sure. He's not moving anymore.
That's a pro tip, though. Do you know how many times you shoot a bear?
Till it stops.
Till it
Till it's
stops
dead.
moving. Yes.
Yeah.
And then maybe one more time.
Yeah. It's fine to
So good
keep
job.
going.
Yeah,
it
100%.
was standing there messed up, and it wasn't moving. But then it took like one step forward, and I was like, yeah, you definitely give him another one.
Hammer him.
He was like I think he was teetering about to fall over.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So then second shot, I think this is just how it goes, but second shot's center mass, right? It seems like first shot you're aiming for a target.
Yeah, you just
second shot you're like boom, right?
Yeah.
shoot at the black.
Yeah. In the black.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No.
So
We're just trying to get a second bullet in this bear.
Yeah.
So so I shoot, you hear the thump, and then it just kind of like leans forward. like it's just going to lay down,
Yeah.
only it disappears.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, I was like, it's down. And he's like, oh, yeah, then we're good.
Yeah, he's down.
So we like gather our stuff, high fives. He gets a little video, and then like put everything away. And I was like, how in the hell are we going to get down this? And then we like kind of off the cliff and then, bless you.
Thank you.
And then down the side, I'm like, can't go any further. And he's like, we'll traverse this way.
We got cliffed out on one side, and then we had one route, but it was still not great.
It was gnarly.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it was mountain goat-ish across, and then
Big shocker.
yeah.
Right?
It's fine.
And then
it'll be fine.
Jim's famous last words. It's fine.
then
I might die, but it's fine.
I used that fancy navigation setup that I had, and I'm like, okay, it's like another 10 yards. We get there, okay, it's another it's right here.
Pitch black now at this point.
Yeah, it's 100% black.
All right.
Yeah, by the time we get
Like
down
headlamps black, and then we go back. We're like, okay, this is where we shot it, and then we go over a little bit. And we're like, okay, this is where it went, and then we like look down, and it's like a little cliff, not a big cliff, like
I think I
15
found like
feet or 10 or 15
piece of
feet.
muscle, right?
Yeah,
There's
there's
a piece of muscle right at impact.
We saw some muscle. We saw blood in a couple spots.
Right.
Yep.
Which
then-
is amazing, by the way, because you never find
Yeah.
any sort of
And
blood
so
or
we
anything.
had a blood trail. It wasn't
we
like
had
super
Hornady.
thick,
We
but-
made good holes.
Oh yeah, good holes.
Yeah,
Attaboy.
I could be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I think Jesse kind of went on one side. I went on the other. I went on the trail, and he kind of went above. Just because you never know. Like,
Yeah, you never know.
And I think we went in a little ways, and then we got to second impact, right?
Yep.
And that's where we found more blood.
Yeah, it was like he was sitting there leaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he decided he went off. It was like first he went off the mini cliff.
It was just like a short little cliff, and there's like a spot, and you're like, he went down there, and he probably rolled downhill.
Right.
Yeah.
On this.
I was thinking, dude, this thing's piled up at the bottom of whatever it rolled to.
Right.
And I had a little different angle, right? Because James is here, and I'm
Yeah.
there, and I'm like, I bet it's just right down there a little ways.
Yeah.
And then, we kind of like climb down. Now, mind you, this is pretty climb down, not.
Right.
It's not just walk over.
It's like hands and knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, and I like went around and still came down. Finally, we get there, and the bear is 6 feet away from a proper cliff.
A big cliff.
And it's like a big cliff that, like, if you stood at the edge of with your headlamp on bright and you look down at the bottom, you can see where it starts to go further.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
So it's like
No.
big cliff,
Yeah.
and then it's like a rock slide going this way to where the other cliff was.
So if you can imagine, there's a rock trough that comes down like this, and it's flat in the very bottom, kind of flat.
Yeah.
And it goes down like this, and then where the bear died, it was right before the peel off on what will be and always is a waterfall when it's probably flowing. Like, that's a waterfall. It's right on the edge of the waterfall, but it was dry. There was like puddles of water, but it wasn't flowing. And there's a flat rock right at the edge of the cliff, and that's exactly where the bear died.
Like right on the edge.
And
Like-
which was crazy because it was like, if he had gone 6 feet further,
Any further.
he was off that, and I don't know what we would have done.
I don't think we would have got him.
To James's
Ever.
deepest shithole.
The deepest, darkest problem we could have ever had was right there, right off the edge, 6 feet.
He talked about stories about you guys looking for something, and this was that. It was so gone.
Yeah.
It was burly.
It wasn't like we wouldn't have tried to
No,
recover it, but
no.
it would have been absolute hell. It would have been an overnight trip.
We 100% were staying the night.
Yeah. And we talked about
we were
that.
almost staying
Yeah.
the night anyway. We probably should have stayed the night. It would have been way safer.
So we had the conversation of,
Way safer. That's never safer.
Oh, no, staying the night would have been
oh,
way
it would
safer.
have definitely been more safer. But so we had enough stuff that we could have stayed the night, we would have had to make a fire, which I don't even know if there was a burn ban on or not. I don't think it would have mattered to us at that time. We would have just made a fire down in the rocks.
Well, I mean, let's be real.
It
We know how to be responsible with a fire.
Well, and it had just rained like the day before.
Oh, this was a life safety fire.
Yeah.
This wasn't
100%.
like
Yeah.
we're camping.
Yeah.
This would have been like it was honestly like where we were at. I was like, all right, well, we got to process this bear. And in my mind, we had a 50-50 shot of getting back to camp without staying the night.
Yeah. And in my mind, I was probably about the same. I was like, because I didn't know at this point, like, and just to be fair here, I didn't know if Jesse could handle the out of that hole after everything we had just done during the day.
I wasn't sure you could do it.
I wasn't. No, I told Jesse. He asked me. He's like, "Are we getting out of here? Are you going to be able to do this?" I'm like, "We're going to find out." Because I think were my exact words.
No,
because I didn't know.
This wasn't like novice hunter hard.
No.
This was like it was proper. I mean, I've done some really hard stuff, climbing mountains, and like, you know, it's nothing for me to get back at the trail in the morning. Mm-hmm. And this was like that, where you're like, I'm like, I don't know. Like it was on before we went down. I'm like scouting out. I'm like, what's the exit? Because you're not going down out of here. You're going up, and
you're
then, like,
looking at it.
I'm like, there's not like an easy exit. And then I look at like Onyx, and I'm like, it's not. There's not like around the corner isn't better.
No.
This was the least bad spot to go back out. And then I'm like, and we're going to be carrying a bear. Mm-hmm. I was like,
it becomes a mental game.
I was
100%.
100%. I said that, like, I'm mentally tough. I am not physically tough. Like, physically, I'm going to be complete. Like, before we went to breakfast, and I was like, I'm not physically in that good a shape, but mentally I can keep going. Mm-hmm. And this was 100% that. Like, by the time we got the bear on our backs and started going up at all, it was,
oh boy. Like, is this going to happen or is it not? I don't know. We're going to find out. Yeah. That was my saying the whole time. I was like, we're going to find out.
Good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Good. Jocko would have been very proud. I mean, I think a lot of people exaggerate stuff and tease.
Oh, dude.
He 100% would have been proud of us.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
If he was, I mean, there were times.
Jocko would have been sweating his ass off.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, he'd have made it. I'm sure he'd have done better than us.
Yeah.
But he would have been, it was steep enough where a few times I was telling him, like, you this is sketchy. Hold on. And we're like, and I'm serious. Your trekking poles save your life when you're carrying like 100 and some pound pack.
Yeah.
You have to in
this
that
was
situation.
Like hands on the rocks. Like we were like scrambling with 100-pound packs on.
Yeah.
Like, how are we going to make it up this? It was pretty awesome. I mean, I think we got back and, you know, we got to the top. And if we stopped a few times, never took our packs off.
Shaky legs?
No, I did take my pack off one time.
Oh, you did that once. Yeah, you're
because
right.
I tried to lean on a Christmas tree after
but we were
one of
basically,
the hardest parts.
Yeah.
We were basically at the top, though, right?
Yeah, almost at the top.
It was like you could see it.
Yeah.
But we weren't there.
And I leaned on a Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree went meoop, and I just fell backwards on my back onto the pack, and I just laid there and just like, this looks like a good spot for a break. And I said, yep. And then I couldn't get up because my pack was almost 150 pounds. I had to unstrap it.
Right.
His pack was him. It was a him.
Dude,
it was
carrying almost my body weight.
Carrying a full-size person.
That's awesome.
But we did make it to the top, and then there was a pretty good sense of relief when we finally got to the trail. It was like, we're going to be okay.
And mentally, we were like, well, it's not going to be easy, but we got this.
Yeah.
And then
it's mind over
what
matter.
seemed like a couple hours
at that
later.
point, yeah.
A couple hours later,
the whole thing
we were
is
back at our tent.
What time do you guys think you got back?
It was close to 3. Yeah.
It was 3. I was
in the morning.
3
I
in the
texted
morning.
I texted Heidi. I want to say I texted her at like 3 o'clock. I like looked at my phone. I was like, I don't want her texting me in the morning.
Yeah.
And we didn't have cell service, just satellite. But I didn't want her to like, satellite text me in the morning. So I was
Right.
like, I'm going to go to sleep until noon. Like,
I like that.
and I didn't sleep until noon, but I wish I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't actually stay in bed any longer.
Dude, I remember I was laying in bed after that whole night, and another cool thing that happened on the way out is I think we were about halfway up. Were we about halfway up when I just happened to like glance up, and there was
on the steep section. I have notes about stuff I was going to mention on this.
oh yeah.
That was one of them.
So I just like happened to glance up, and a meteorite had broken into the atmosphere.
Right.
And it's like, and of course, up on there, dude, it's like you're on the top of the world. Like the stars are so bright.
Right.
The meteorite had broken into the atmosphere and was ripping across our sky
Really?
with a huge tail behind it.
It looked
Like-
it looked like you could see, like I don't know. If
You could see pieces of it
See
breaking
the
off.
fragments
What?
coming
like
off
yes.
that.
like there was just like a trail behind it, but we're not talking about like it being like so far off into space it looks like a line.
Right.
It was wide, really wide.
It was
and
like
you
a
could,
chemtrail left in our atmosphere.
you could see all kinds of like all the little particles. Mm-hmm. Like
That's
if
wild.
I was on mushrooms, I would have been like, I'm making this up.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
Dude, it was so cool.
It was next
And we
level.
both just stood there and like with these heavy ass packs watching this thing rip across the sky for a long time
It was like
until it like started disintegrating.
we saw it over here in the sky, right? And you're like, there's still like trees and stuff around, so it's not like completely flat land. You're like, we barely see it here, and then all of a sudden, it's like way over there. Like we watched it the whole way go across.
Dude, that's rad.
And then the trail stuck there for a long time. Like
Really? Yeah.
the particles and everything.
You could see the particles, like, yeah,
And towards the end, there was like you'd see like pieces firing off of it,
yeah.
like coming apart. And you're
Dude.
like,
If-
dude, that's
if-
so cool.
If we would have not had 100 and some pound packs on, we would have been like binos, and you just seen
Yeah.
like,
I probably would have pulled my
You
phone
should have got
out.
the contents, James.
Dude, I should have, but in that moment, dude, we were just thinking about life or death.
You're fired.
no, it was for real.
Yeah.
I don't know how it ranked in your hard days after kind of like coming back and thinking about it, but
Oh, it's up there, dude. It's top 10 for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's not like
the three aim back to camps or they'll stick with you.
Oh, yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Meteors.
And it was like,
any night pack out will
Oh.
stick with you forever.
Yeah.
it was just,
Yeah,
and towards the end,
100%.
like, it was like we were just talking and, up until the point where we were on the trail and we were going for a while. And we were just talking. We're like, yeah, it's going to be so nice to get back and we're going to do this. And then towards the end, it was like both of us shut down completely. Like we weren't talking to each other. We were just like, we were just both in grind mode. Like, I'm just trying to survive.
Yeah.
Dragon poles out. Going dragon poles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, trekking poles out.
Yeah.
We were. It's funny. So my pace is slow, like just slow and steady, and I go for days. And then every once in a while, I'd like stop, and I'd stop when he was like way far behind, and I'm like, we should like, just in case one of us like falls over,
Yeah.
dies,
Yeah.
or something. Like I mean, I was like, I'm
Jesse was in the front. And I purposely did it like this. I'd wait for him to get way ahead, and then I'd be like, okay, quick spurt. And I'd get up there really fast, and then he
he'd
would
be like-
start going again.
and he'd be like laying on his trekking poles again, and he'd be like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right.
and then Jesse would take off again and be like, all right, I got a good, like, at least 45 seconds or more before I have to start going again.
we were like doing that like
Oh, yeah. It was
Yeah.
like, meep, meep,
cat and
meep,
mouse or
meep.
whatever.
Yeah.
But it was good though. I mean, it was definitely that completely exhausted. Every time you get to like, you're crusting over the next hill and you're like, you don't remember, like I remember stuff pretty well. I got good situational awareness and I'll remember like details. I used to teach navigation in whiteouts. Like I know I'm good. And then I like get up there and I'm like, God, was this the last one? I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like this must have been the
Dude, I
last
thought
one.
all of them were the last one. And every time we came over another hump and I saw another ridge, I was like, fucking shit. Just
And
like pissed.
And I'd hear him back there, like kind of like looking at his phone, and he's like,
Big son of a bitch.
and I'm just
Well,
like,
Jim's the worst at calculating distance. He's like, oh, it's just right over here. Bullshit.
No, Doug's the worst at calculating distance. Cowboy Trail. It's
That
only
was one
It's
time,
only
Jim.
1 mile.
One time.
Him and my wife, huh?
There you go. But yeah, dude, when we got back, I told Jesse like that taking your pack off never felt so damn good
yeah,
than that. Like I don't even care. Like putting it on the tailgate's one thing. Like that was great, but going back to camp that night and taking that pack off,
best.
it was just like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing in the world. Like
Right.
It was
better than a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And
it was top notch.
And I
That was
hadn't
like-
eaten all day, and I was like, I have to eat something because I just burned a bajillion calories.
And mind you, I'm like, I'm not eating meals, but I'm snacking at least. I'm like, I got to keep some energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I need my body to at least have something to get to.
Right.
And I'm drinking water.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't bring a lot of water though. I was out of water when I got back to the tent.
Oh, really?
I
I had ran out of water like way.
I gave you some of mine when
Yeah.
we got to the top, I think.
Yeah.
And then, but we still had like miles to go.
What was stupid is we should have filtered some water down when we were down by the bear because there was water in those puddles.
Yeah.
But we just got in the zone and we're like, oh, we'll just get
I
back
didn't
to
want to
camp.
carry an extra pound.
No, neither did I.
Like I was like, pounds matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pounds are pain.
Yeah. Pounds are pain. Dude, all the pounds are pain.
I know. I was like, do we really need all that fat? Do we really need all that? Like,
Oh,
I'm
dude,
like,
I made us take all the fat. Like we took,
Yeah.
we
It
did
was
leave.
like-
we
it
left
was like
a little bit.
the
but
fat was this thick
Dude.
on that bear. I can't even tell you how much between the fat and the meat cans and all the stuff. It's like,
Ask James how many in the last couple of years I'd be like, man, I'm gonna get so much fat and I got all these plans. I'm gonna do all this stuff. Every bear I shoot's like the most anorexic, sickly bear you've ever seen in your entire life. And I'm skinning out and I'm like, here we go. Shit. Nothing.
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 I have more bear fat than a person should have.
Dude, that bear was fat.
I think we
I
got.
mean-
I think we got a giant bear
Rendering
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
Coming.
Yeah. Did you end up rendering it?
So I did, and honestly, anybody listening to this, I'm an idiot. So I'm gonna process the entire bear. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm sitting there. I got my kitchen all like, prepped and ready to go, and I got like a fairly large area to work on, and I'm like hacking stuff and I'm cutting stuff up and I'm canning meat because my buddy Sean's like, you have to can bear meat. Bear meat canned is the best meat in the world. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like cutting it up and I'm canning some stuff, doing all this stuff. And then I like run out of steam. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's, I got like life I have to get to. And I've been
Right.
doing this for an entire day.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time.
So I'm like, all right, fine. So I like the last batch I take to TNT and I do like 20 pounds of, meat they're going to make into, I forget whatever Heidi ordered. And then I go back and I'm like, all right, I got to render all this fat. I'm like, I don't have time to do this today.
Yeah.
I'm like, so tomorrow I'm going to just put it all in pots and it'll be great. And I don't realize like it's so much. I've got like a huge Dutch oven completely full, another one completely full, an Instapot completely full. And I was like, all right, I still got to run and do this and I got to do that. And I left the bear fat on too long. It was on low,
Okay.
but like some of it is clear, perfect, like whitish, clear fat.
Right.
And some of it is like a little bit more whiskey colored.
That's okay too.
I was like, so I'm a little worried about that.
Nah, it'll be fine.
I don't know if it's going to smell or whatever, but
Nah.
but the other stuff, there's like a ton of it that's
The whiskey colored
Perfect.
stuff, I think, taste and smells a little more like bacon.
yes.
Yeah. The other
Yes.
stuff's more like an oil. It's clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the stuff you use for stuff where you're trying to go for more of like a clean flavor.
Yeah.
Like
The stuff that's a little darker, maybe you use it in like product. Or
That's
like,
what I was
you know,
Dude,
like,
I use mine. Like, I got a bunch. Well, I couldn't tell you because I never shoot any fat bears. 'Cause I'm a piece of shit. But
Jesus Christ.
his, like, he's given me a bunch, right? And so I've used like the clear stuff, and I've used the bacon stuff. And the bacon stuff I really like in like my eggs, right? Because I cook eggs every morning.
I could see that being better than
super good at eggs, and also really good in because we do pancakes, right?
Oh yeah.
And pancakes is really good too.
Okay.
And it gives it like a nice crisp, and it's got a nice smell to it.
It does. Like have a
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you use it to cook, it's the best for searing steaks in though. Steaks and hamburgers, like if you're doing just like hamburger patties,
yeah.
you know, sear it in bear fat, and same thing with steaks. Like you just sear it, get a nice little crisp on that side, flip it.
What? How do you use yours on your Blackstone?
Oh, dude,
Blackstone.
you season the Blackstone with some bear fat?
You season the Blackstone?
That's that good.
Oh
Yeah.
It's the way to
Yeah,
do
we
it.
got a lot
We're-
of bear fat that we need to
Yeah.
take care of.
We're Blackstone men.
We're
Absolutely.
we're Blackstone men.
We're Blackstone men.
Yeah. Do they sponsor the podcast?
They should.
They should.
Yeah.
They should.
I bought a Blackstone.
Did you?
I like Blackstone.
Did you buy a
Sponsor.
a Blackstone because of Barely a Podcast? Yes, he did, folks.
Absolutely. You know I did.
You're listening, Costco, huh? Yeah.
I have a Green Mountain grill that I really like for my smoker, and then I have a Blackstone, and I don't use a regular barbecue anymore.
It's hard to once you get stuck
That's
on the
why-
Blackstone, dude. It's really hard to go back to grilling normal.
That's why I'm selling the house with the barbecue.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need a barbecue.
Does it come
Yeah.
with the barbecue? I'm like, it comes with the barbecue.
Yeah.
They're
comes with the
so
barbecue.
nice. Now, if it had a Blackstone, it would have already sold.
Does that come pre-installed or not?
We
Yeah.
should just start. Dude, that's what I'll start doing. I'm gonna start a custom Blackstone business where I just install custom Blackstones with like nice countertops around and stuff
Oh yeah.
for
not
the
a bad-
Blackstone men.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh totally.
I'm a big Blackstone guy. I never thought in a million years, like, yeah, it's like a griddle. I don't need a griddle. And then you start cooking food, and I'm like, ooh.
Dude, it's so much easier.
I don't know how I ever went without. Honestly, like we is the one at the lake all the time.
Yeah,
Like when we're up there,
yeah,
that's where food gets cooked.
yeah,
We don't cook food in the
It's
house.
so easy to clean.
yeah.
If you make a mess, you
Big
don't
deal.
really care.
You just scrape it into the freaking tin.
Yeah.
And
And
then
dump it out in the yard, and the dog eats it.
You
And then
don't-
we've got a lot of pro tips. But so I use there's like a
little tin foil things that you put in the back of the deal.
yeah, but there's this solution that you like scoop and put in there, and the oil all solidifies. It solidifies the oil. I don't know what that stuff is. You can Google it. I'm sure you'll find it. But I can show you guys. It's just
What?
I'm telling you, it's the best thing in the world. Like you scoop it, you dump it in there.
He's trying to give us cancer. That's what it
You're
is.
not eating
I
it.
think
You're not eating
I
it.
bet you I know what it is.
Chris is like, I'll
So
eat
I
it.
seen someone that had done that, and he cleaned his oil. This is the trick: use cornstarch. So if you fry
Oh.
something, right, and you want to clean the oil, you dump a bunch of cornstarch in it,
Yeah,
and
it
the
could be
cornstarch almost fries into whatever it is,
solid.
and then you pull that cornstarch out, and you got perfectly clean oil.
Oh, interesting.
I
All
think
you put in it is cornstarch.
you're gonna have to text me the things and stuff, and then
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna Google Doug's cornstarch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see how that pans out.
I know the stuff that I use. You just put a teaspoon in that aluminum tray,
Yeah, yeah.
and then it's solid. Doesn't make a mess in your trash can or
Really?
anything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is a game changer because I always was like, it spills everywhere when you're taking it out,
yeah,
and like
yeah.
Yeah.
you put in the trash can, and it's a mess.
Well, what happens? I'll forget to cover mine, and it's on the
Oh,
end
yeah.
of the deck where it's not
and
covered.
then it rains.
And it rains, and it spills over the deck, and then my wife's like, "Hey, I'm gonna stab you later," and I'm like, "That's fair."
Because it's all over the deck.
It's all over the deck
Oh no,
again
yeah. It wrecks it. Yeah.
every time.
We don't. I keep them undercover.
Yeah, I should. She doesn't let me cook undercover because it gets a little smoke on the windows. Yeah. Yeah, she does that.
First world problems, I guess.
I know.
I don't have those problems.
Cry me a river.
I can cook out. I can cook undercover at my house.
Must be nice. Must be nice. So
I'm cooking food.
So you pack the bears out. You get to the truck.
Yep. So I guess if
you got back to the camp. Let's go back to camp.
We got back to the camp, and then
you pull your pack. You text your wife.
Text my wife.
You're like, hey, honey, we made it. I'm awesome. I'm the greatest hunter ever. I killed a bear in a day.
That's not at all. None of that went throh the text.
I plan on you giving me.
Why is this important? I don't understand.
I plan on you giving me 4 more children when I get home. This is going to be great.
He's taking scenes from Step Brothers.
Yeah,
like,
and then
I traveled 4,000 miles to give you my seed.
So you wake up. You don't sleep till 12, but you wake up, and then what do you guys do?
Well, I woke up a little earlier, and because
I put earplugs in because I didn't want to hear him.
Dude, Jesse was he was out.
I was like, I'm gonna wake up because it's gonna be too hot in my tent.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I had a different story. I was laying there in pain, like in my shoulders, in my legs, just my body hurt.
Yeah.
We had that same story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm just laying there in pain, and I'm thinking, man, I'm in a lot of pain. And I just kept laying there, and then I saw it started getting light, and I'm like, I'm in pain. And then I just was like, you know what? I can either be in pain laying here in bed not sleeping, or I can get up and go hunt. So I got up, made myself some coffee, watched the sunrise, and was like, man, it's so nice up here. And it kind of gave me a second wind after I drank my coffee and was like, I'll just go peek up the ridge, and peek off the edge.
Do a little Jet Boil Mountain Coffee.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, dude, the
Black
best.
Rifle instant coffees.
Oh, love them.
I doubled up,
Oh,
two,
yeah.
Two, it's like thick, dude. It's like freaking maple syrup.
Cowboy coffee, yeah.
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 And
Suck it, Evan.
and then of course so then of course, like I get up to the one spot I want to see, and I'm like, you know what else I'd like to see is that other spot over here.
Just one more ridge.
Yeah. So then I made it half.
He does
I
that.
didn't tell you this, but I made it halfway from where our camp was to where we saw the bear. I made it into that second saddle, and I was peeking off down into that bottom. And then I realized, man, I'm a lot farther than I wanted to be this morning. So I turned around and went back, as I was like, because when we got back to camp, I think we just like took our packs off and threw like all the meat on the ground and on the rocks, because it was cold. It was like freezing.
Right.
And so I was like, yeah, just put it on this cold rocks, and then it will like get really cold overnight.
Right.
And so then I was thinking, oh man, I don't know if Jesse realizes we put that meat in the wide open sun, and now the sun's starting to come up. I'm like, I gotta get back. So I got back right as the sun was starting to hit like the top of his tent is when I got back.
Right.
And so then I went and like shuffled the meat up in
Are they
the
all
trees.
in game bags or?
Yeah, caribou gear game bags, of course.
Of course, white ones.
Yeah,
Or the red ones?
they were.
Or the orange
Which
ones?
set did you buy? Or
They were white.
did you just buy the singles, or did you buy like the set?
I bought the set.
Was it the carnivore?
It might have been. It's the one with the. No, it was the set that has the deer, the bear, and the elk on it, or something.
I think maybe it is the carnivore set.
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
deboned. Was it the deboned set? They were smaller game bags. Anyway,
It wasn't
I
a
should
huge.
know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Caribou Gear.
yeah,
See?
great game bags.
Absolutely.
Look at it.
And the tarp, like, I didn't know about the tarp. He told me bring a tarp, and I was like, crap, well, I got to buy these tarps. So I ordered them. They showed up pretty quick.
The Montana tarp.
And the hunter's tarp.
Oh yeah.
So I brought both of them. Honestly, like we used them a little bit on the bear hunt.
we used the hunter's
But
tarp.
it saved my butt. I used the Montana tarp. I laid it out, and then we rolled the elk on it, and then we quartered the thing on there. And it was the first time John didn't yell at me
What?
for bringing in dirty meat.
Oh,
What?
It
No
was
way.
so clean.
No
Dude,
way.
No way.
That's
For
how-
fuck's sake.
That's how good it was.
Really?
Yeah, money. And honestly, Emery gave me a hug at the end, and she's like,
"Shut up!
You're great."
I've never gotten a hug in 20 years.
I think she said I walk on water. I'm not positive, but it felt
I've
like
never
that.
got a hug either, though.
John's yelled at me every time I've been in there.
See,
Every time.
The trick is
I
you're
would-
just
I
going
would-
to give all your meat to this guy.
I would yell
and
at
just
you,
let
too.
him take it in.
Yeah.
If that's not,
I literally brought you guys up, and I told him I was like James said he'd take the heat for me if there's any, crap on the meat.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, he's not that bad." I was like, "Chris is the worst, huh?" And he's like, "Oh, don't get me started about Chris." And he started going off. I was like, "Yep, that's my buddy."
yeah. Shout out to TNT. Thanks, John.
TNT Wild Game.
They're the best.
Never fails.
They're the
Dude.
best.
Yeah,
They really are the best.
they are the best, dude.
I had this conversation. I think it was like the last time I was with them at the butcher place, and I talked to John like, what am I gonna do if this ever ends? Like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, I guess either I have to do it all myself. Like, I do most of it myself anyway, but I
Right.
don't do process usually.
Yeah.
Dude, his pep sticks
Yeah, like
and
pepperoni,
Yeah.
summer sausage, the Polish sausage.
his, dude, the
like,
Polish,
Dude, the breakfast sausage and the Italian sausage
Yeah.
that he does.
dude, the brats, bro, the brats.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do
Really?
it yourself, but it ain't
The
gonna be that.
smoked
Yes.
cheddar brats.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to know. I haven't done a whole lot of stuff there.
Oh, dude.
It's not too late.
I had
You
two,
need to call.
I had
and
2 bears
change
last
some
year, and
orders.
I had
get
pretty
some
much
of that elk
all
process.
of
I
it
still got a
processed.
deer and another bear.
Oh, there you go. All right, it'll be good then.
I'm gonna have way too much meat this year.
That's not even.
That's not
That's
a problem.
not a problem. It's never a problem, dude.
Yeah.
Because it will roll over to the next year, and then it gives you peace of mind at least leading into hunting season.
So-
you know?
I like not having any meat going into hunting season because it adds a lot of pressure.
There's a fella on the internet. He goes by the name of Matt Allwine. All right, Matt Allwine. I would say he's on the level of John Pinch as far as shooting goes. Right, he's one of the greatest shooters the world's ever seen. Hilarious human being.
Him and John are like best friends.
He lives in Eastern Washington.
Okay.
Right, north of Spokane. Good dude. And he just made a post. So he has also, just like you, a family of 6. And he posted like, "Hey, I got this elk. It's on my tailgate. It's in a game bag or whatever." And he goes, "People are absolutely out of their mind if they think that a family of 6 can live off of one elk a year because this is all we eat." And so he's like, "I need multiple elk
Yeah.
a year, right? So once I'm going to help you. I'm going to convert your daughters.
Good luck with that.
I'm trying."
There's two. I don't think you got.
Well, I probably should have known this the first time I met your one daughter before
Yeah.
I completely she hates my guts. But
Well, I mean-
they're good kids. They just
Yeah.
they got to be shown they need more life experience. When you're young, you don't know. When you're young, you don't know.
Well,
That's-
you
that's
met
true.
you met her friend that's not her boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
He came over. He got the downstairs tour.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want to learn how to hunt. I want to blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, good luck with that program.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be what breaks it though.
So baby
It
steps.
probably will be.
It breaks the curse. We're just gonna call it the curse.
I'm going to do my best.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best. Yeah. Baby steps.
Well,
We'll
I
get
told
there.
him I'd take him hunting this year over on Whidbey or whatever just to get like, I don't know.
Get his feet wet.
get
little bit, yeah.
get some meats.
Get the
Or
meats.
even just like,
You just got to go.
yeah.
A backyard deer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have 6 in the orchard right now, like at this moment.
Or just go even shoot a freaking goose down in the flats, dude. We got 10 million snow geese. Like,
Are they any good though?
Jesse,
gotta
Jesse, let me help you, okay?
Pepperoni.
Don't listen to this guy about waterfowl. This guy will tell you everything tastes like shit, but it's not the truth. We'll go do some
Everything
duck
tastes
hunting.
great when you process it.
hey,
Yeah,
Costco sells great seasoning and grinders.
All right.
I'm telling you, dude.
it
It makes great pepperoni.
This is what I'll tell you, and this is a
Yeah.
pro tip, by the way, for hunters. Don't listen to other people's opinion about other animals and the flavors until you try it for yourself.
That's true. I have had some excellent
But make sure you
goose
do the
breasts before.
research and make sure you cook it to the proper temperature.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is.
Oh yeah,
Because you
I
don't
do
want
agree
to
with
die
that.
when someone doesn't cook it long enough for
Yeah.
you.
I know a guy. I know a guy who did medium rare bear burgers and ate a whole bear burger by himself.
I probably ate half one too. I'm still here, but
So we've almost.
That was a good clean bear.
We've almost made it to the end of this story. It's only taken us 3 hours.
Dude, this is
So,
the biggest weave of story that I
this
think
is
I've
probably
ever
one
had
of
on
the
the
longest
podcast.
podcasts we've probably done.
James
Sorry,
comes back.
sorry, folks.
It's
James
okay.
comes back from hunting.
Yep.
You're in the tent. You wake up. You come out.
We should shorten this. So
This is how Chris tells stories, though.
I'm a very elaborate
12
storyteller.
hours.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
we'll get
story.
through it. We'll just
I'm a detail-oriented person. This is what the people want.
Land the plane,
yeah.
Chris. Land the plane.
I wake up, we chat a very little bit. I express that the only thing that doesn't hurt on my body is my head. Everything else hurt. And then I think we both took a couple Advil.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, oh no, we're ready to roll.
Yeah.
And we grabbed our guns and our bags and went hunted around.
Oh,
Didn't see anything. Covered a lot of ground.
Mm-hmm.
Went into a different valley, a different area, and
Whole different drainage.
whole different bowl. Yeah.
jeez Louise.
And then got back, had dinner, kind of chilled out, went to bed.
To be honest, I wasn't
relatively.
really wanting to kill a bear that night.
Oh, I think he said we need to find one uphill
Right.
and near the trail.
Yeah.
that's
Not
what-
uphill far.
Yeah.
Uphill of the trail, falling into the trail.
Right.
It needed to really be a gimme.
Yeah.
We didn't go back and look for that awesome bear we talked about 3 hours
No.
ago.
No.
We were like, that one gets a pass today because there's not a spot up there that would have made that an easy kill.
No.
So
But in my head, I'm like, that's a fresh legs bear.
Yeah.
That's a first night fresh legs.
What did you do with your caribou gear?
So we took him. There was a patch of trees right up above our camp, and took it up there and hung it up in the shade.
Okay.
And at night it was cold. It was down below freezing a little bit.
Jesus.
yeah,
so
it was probably freezing.
Yeah.
Right at that area where you're like,
And the first night it was
Right.
it was probably colder than the second night, and it got really cold. So in the morning it was firm,
Yeah.
and especially with all that fat and stuff. It was like it's
Right.
like bacon when it dries up, you know,
Oh yeah.
It's like-
yeah.
nice and firm.
Okay.
And so I was like, yeah, we're good. We can hang it up for a couple days if we need to. And it worked out great. I mean, the hide stayed good. The meat stayed good. Those game bags keep all the flies out, which there
That's a
was
big
very
deal.
little bugs up there to begin with, but the few flies that were up there, they couldn't get in.
and he tied them up nice. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
hanging
They're
in there.
Hanging up nice in the shade.
Okay. So
I've,
you
I've been in a few
At
rodeos.
altitude,
Okay.
you know?
Okay. So you hang it. You go hunting. You come back that night.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you boys say that night? Like, hey, first thing in the morning, we're hunting or heading out, or what are we doing?
Well, we'll just kind of mess around and pack up and pack your bear out is what I said.
Right.
Yeah.
then-
I
But
think-
it didn't
I
turn
think
into that.
I think he said, I'll pack a full load out and then come back up and then we'll go out together. And I was like, oh no. If you're carrying a load, I'm carrying a load. It'll be 2 light loads, won't be a problem. I mean, not light, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
not 150 pounds.
Yeah.
So we're like, we'll just do that in the morning. It was like, okay.
You know what? I appreciate that about him. He just was going to do it. He was going to go do this stuff.
Yeah, there's no way.
Dude, he's a go-getter.
Yeah.
Go-getter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So then, so that was the plan.
But-
And then, so we wake up and you know me, I'm like, I always want to know what's around, like what's right over there.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that, and I was like, no, we're not doing that today. We're gonna stick to the plan.
And then I look over there and I'm like, I think I just saw a guy. And he's like looking over there and he's like, you're crazy.
Yeah, I'm thinking that because I know what's there.
Yeah.
There's like a little saddle on this ridge,
Nobody wants to be there.
and I know where it's at
Yeah.
because I've been there before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no one wants to go there. Like you're not walking that. There's no hikers going to be. It's first thing in the morning.
It's
Right.
early, yeah.
Yeah. And so a little bit of time goes on, and we're messing around. I think we're breaking down camp or like we were doing coffee or something and breakfast. And then I just happened to like glance up at that exact same spot, and I see an animal running up and over the ridge through the saddle. And I'm like, and it was low to the ground. I'm like, I think I just saw a bear blow out over the top of the saddle. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, just right there. It just blew up over the saddle.
I was like, are we going?
He's like, oh no. I'm like, I am a man, ain't I? Like,
Right. You're right.
So
At first we were like, well, we were going to head out. And then he was like, you could see him just staring at it.
Yeah.
Like,
but because I know what's on the other side. And on the other side is a big, wide open bowl full of blueberries. So I'm thinking, that bear just went up over the saddle, and he's sitting there in that blueberry patch just mowing down, and he's just sitting there. He's sitting there right at the top.
He ain't got a lot of quit in him.
Nope.
You know?
Yeah.
none.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
he's thinking about it, right? And I'm like I gotta wear a bino harness.
Right.
This fool ain't gonna let it go.
Yeah.
and so sure enough, I'm like, all right, let's just go look. And to go look.
Just to the peak. We're just gonna go to the peak and get a view.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so,
just that little
but
summit over there.
to the peak it's a little bit of a trek, and it's straight up. And so we get over there, and we zoom up to the peak, and we look off the side, and there's no bear there. But we do see the other hunters that we had ran into earlier.
Oh, CrossFit guys?
2 of the 3 CrossFit guys.
Yeah, 2 of them are coming. They're working their way across Side Hill, across this nasty hellhole.
Just doing
Across the
karate
ridge.
and cross flips.
Oh,
and
dude,
punches.
these guys are CrossFit.
Yeah.
they got a good workout.
They're going to listen to this podcast and be like, we don't even do CrossFit. What is wrong with you guys?
Sorry, boys. We appreciate you.
So we see him coming across, and I was like, and I'm just thinking to myself, and I'm like, I remember what they said. And then it's like flashback, and I'm like, if you need help packing something out, come talk to us. And I'm like, yes, we should go to their camp and ask them.
Yeah.
So we're at the peak, and we're like, to be clear, we can walk back, and it's like, it I don't know how long it took us to get up there, but it takes a minute. But going back, it's like all downhill to our tent.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, our tent is right there. Like, you looking over, you can see it. And he's like, let's go the other way. It's almost the same distance. And I was like, no, it's not.
And I'm thinking we could hunt this other face back to camp. Is what I'm
and
thinking.
he's like, well, we could talk to those guys too if we see them. And I was like, yes, and I'll go. But it is not the same distance to go back to camp.
Right.
Like, it is like we're literally walking away from camp.
Jesse's picking up things real quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope.
Old sneaky
Nope.
Pete over here. He'll get
Yeah. So we start our way around. It's just a big roundabout basically to get back. But the nice part was it wasn't uphill. It was all either flat or kind of downhill. Well, mostly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And we get around the side, and we see the guy's camp, and there's the other guy, and he's like walking out. And I'm like, oh, he's right there. And of course we get over there, he's gone. And I'm like, damn it, what is this guy doing? Like, these guys don't stop moving. These guys are busy.
Right.
They're just running.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, they're kung fuing, dude. They're
And
CrossFit. Dude.
He was moving over to this other.
Not saying that's a good thing, but
They were in great shape, dude. They covered a lot of ground. And
I couldn't cover as much ground as they could.
no, dude, they did a lot. Like, we kept seeing them like different places on the mountain. Like we'd go over by their camp or something, and then we'd see them like off on the other face, and they're just
like
zipping.
miles away. Like,
And I'm like, man, those guys are fast. Well, anyways, we get over to, we finally catch up to this guy, and he's like sitting down to watch the face that is like, it's like a south-facing slope right above the trail. And we're like, hey, man, how's it going? And he's a super nice guy. He's like, hey, man, what's going on? We're like, well, just seeing if you guys are feeling strong, And he's like, what do you mean? And it's like, we shot a bear, and did you guys get anything? And they're like, no, we didn't get anything yet. And I'm like, oh, I saw your buddies. He's like, yeah, they were chasing some deer. And so I was like, yeah, I mean, if you guys are up for it, like, it'd be nice to have some help packing some of this meat. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll be down, definitely. So
Really?
yeah.
they were like 11 o'clock. We'll be over there.
Yeah, and we're like, what time are you thinking? They're like, oh, we'll be packing up around 11. I'm like, perfect. Sounds great. Thank you guys. We'll get everything ready and be ready for you guys. So 11 o'clock comes around and
he offered him some meat.
Yeah, Jesse. I was like, Jesse, are you cool with giving him a little bit of meat? And he's like, oh yeah, dude. If we don't have to do 2 trips, like.
Oh yeah, dude.
100%.
Which I got in trouble for.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
She's like,
you gave meat to who?
You weakling.
You need to man up, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a lot of meat, but it was, it was definitely a good solid couple, 2-3 meals worth of meat.
Yeah.
The last 2 kids that helped me pack an elk out in Montana, they go, hey, do you mind if we take a backstrap, an entire elk backstrap? And I said, fucking have at it, because it was terrible.
Yeah. And
I would have never got it out, and the coyotes would have ate it. So I was like, dude, I gave him a decent bull too. Right?
Yeah.
An entire 4-foot long backstrap.
Oh yeah.
And I'm still friends with that kid on the old internet.
On the internet's
yeah.
good.
Hunter,
that's awesome.
Hunter something or other. He's on my Instas.
Nice.
Good dude. Killing machine.
Love that.
Good kid.
Yeah. So these kids show up and they're just kind of enamored by the bear. We pulled it out.
Yeah.
They helped us take a sweet picture.
This picture.
That picture
and some others.
Oh, so they helped it. All right. I was wondering. I was like, I didn't know if James had set up the tripod and did because it's a good picture.
No, we made them take the picture, and
it's a good pick.
They were super.
They were good sports about it.
They were checking the bear out and
Yeah,
it's
you
pretty
could
cool.
tell they were like, man, I know they wish they got a bear,
right,
or a deer. I'm sure they wish they just got.
Who
anything.
doesn't, right? Yeah.
But they were happy to help us pack it out, which was awesome.
Yeah. And we'd have made it.
We would have made it, but it would have been a lot harder.
But it would have been a 7.5 mile or whatever more.
And
it would have been hard.
Yeah.
We'd have been hard. And we got back perfect time. It was as good as it could have been.
Yeah.
They were great.
It was and the whole way down, we're just talking and chit-chatting. Let me give them a shout out because I took their names down because I wanted to make sure.
Dude, sportsmen helping sportsmen. It just makes me feel good.
They were a good example of what you should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I would try to do in most situations unless the guy was a dick, then I would have been like, I'm not helping this guy pack anything out.
Oh wait.
But they were nice guys. And they were nice to begin with. And if they had shot something and we didn't, we would have done the same thing.
Oh, sure.
We would have helped them out.
Gladly. Even not for any meat, I would have gladly helped. I mean,
yeah, you got to do a lot of the right things to impress Jim.
You do. And Doug knows this.
They check the boxes.
Yeah, you got to do the right things because Doug knows this. I'm not a friend to everybody.
No.
And the funny thing is, they work with and are friends with my next door neighbors at one of my houses.
Really?
Yeah.
They knew
we were talking and I was like, oh yeah. They're like, Jordan? And they're like, Jordan, man or woman? And I was like, woman. And they're like, Jordan, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And they're talking. We're like, we're totally connected.
Right.
It's so funny too.
Small world.
So it was Michael, Justin, and Ryan.
Yeah.
Great guys.
Yeah, totally awesome.
And
Strong work, gents.
Good job, guys.
I was impressed that they were willing to take the time out of their day to help us pack meat.
That's pretty solid.
I feel like
one of them even had a torn up knee. His knee hurt.
Yeah.
He still was grinding away. Nope, I'm carrying my weight.
And I was like, okay. I'm like, but if your knee starts
we'll take
blowing
it.
out,
We'll take it.
Don't
hurt yourself. He's like, nope. But they were all.
Yeah. I mean, they
awesome.
put some miles on. Those guys were hunting hard that time that they were there. I was like, I respect that. Maybe
for sure.
maybe it's better to slow down a little bit and glass a little bit more, but they were gung ho and they're definitely learning.
You were hunting hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, for
I think
sure.
there was one of the guys had hunted quite a bit. The other guy had hunted a decent amount, and then the other guy was kind of learning, he was getting back into the swing of it.
Yeah.
But he was interested. He had a nice gun setup too.
He did, yeah.
He was talking about long range shooting and stuff.
He was like that pack you got. I was like, oh, my buddy.
Yeah.
my buddy told me to get this pack. And he's like, I need a better pack, and we talked through some gear stuff. Kind of got him teed up, but I bet he's upgrading his gear, and he's going to be pumped for next season.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, it's one of those things, like, you go on a hunt like that, whether you get something or not. Me and Doug know this from more times than not. When you get up into that alpine country or just that mountain country and you spend time up there, even if you don't get anything, you're still like, man, that was a good trip. At least that's how I feel.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, if we wouldn't have
100%.
gotten anything, that would have been, I guarantee you, one of my top trips.
Yeah.
Especially hunting trips would have been my top hunting trip.
And that's why I took you up there, because I didn't know if we were going to get anything.
But it was such a great adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you know, the elk hunt I went on was good, and I don't want to, you know, I got a quality animal out of it, and there's a lot of cool things I could say about it. And, you know, the guy I went with gave this awesome text to me about how, like, you know, it's one of his top, you know, 10 of all time and all these things. And, you know, we did some cool stuff there. It's not the same. That alpine area, like, I'm not trying to get everybody to go up and hunt all the alpine.
If you stay all the alpine, it's terrible.
Yeah. It's apples to oranges.
Yeah.
Different.
It's definitely different.
It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But pick your poison, because you can go up there and it can be hell.
Mm-hmm.
When you got mosquitoes that are about this big.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I saw you guys last time. No, thank you.
I had about 1,000 mosquito bites
Yep.
all over my body.
No.
That's a different
Excuse me.
experience,
Yeah.
Jesse, too. When there's mosquitoes covering the whole mountain.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
You wouldn't like that.
We have the same thing. The mosquitoes,
Yeah.
they really, really like me.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I've been fishing up in Alaska, and you go up there and you like, I've got the good Sawyer's, you know, spray, and you spray it on. You like coat your clothes before you go, and then you spray all over yourself, and you're like, I don't think they're gonna kill me, but the swarm is so horrible.
Let's just put it this way. When we went up there into that alpine, I had one of those, what is it called?
Thermocell?
The thermocells.
Oh yeah.
They were literally landing on the thermocell.
Yeah.
And they're like, we
Didn't
don't
bother
care.
them at all.
Yeah.
They're just laying on thermocell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
getting ripped
like
off
the
then.
smelling salts. There's like,
right.
woo!
Mosquitoes are
Nothing.
flexing. Yeah.
That was pretty much how it was.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm like, okay, I guess we're screwed.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I've done a bunch of trips in the Everglades, and I've seen that last year. They were just like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's next level.
I just don't. Yeah.
And then you go to Montana in the spring,
Yeah.
get covered in ticks.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of
Dude.
nasty bug. Because you can't see them coming, and they just come in from all directions, and then at the end of the day, you're
Just be
like,
prepared to strip down to your skivvies and pick them off of you
Doug, check
before
my
you go to bed.
Doug, check my butt cheeks. Make sure there's nothing on
I
there.
got any in my butthole?
Oh, jeez, no, Doug. Mike Honcho.
You and I should hunt more.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
we would make good choices.
I think so too.
Dude, spring
We make
bears,
good
it's
choices.
different for
We
sure.
make good choices.
I was talking with our other buddy Ben,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, I want to go get like a big bear up in Alaska, but I don't really like mosquitoes. And he's like, well, there aren't a lot of mosquitoes because you just go when it's like cold. And I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, cold.
I like that a bunch.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Either go before the mosquitoes
I don't
or
like
after the
go
I don't like
mosquitoes.
October.
mosquitoes.
Yeah,
Like first thing October.
like a fall bear hunt, like
Yeah.
later fall after the
Yeah,
mosquitoes
definitely go
disappear.
after September.
Or very early in the spring when they're just coming out of the dens.
Dude. Yeah, I got tore up in Arizona last week.
From mosquitoes?
105. Don goes, there's no mosquitoes out. It's too hot. And I go look at my legs and my feet, and they're just like all
They don't
bumpy.
care if it's hot.
Dude,
That's not.
tore me up. I'm like, it's 105. Are they going to be dead? It's too hot. Nope.
No,
Found me.
but it rained too, right?
Oh, dude, the day we left, it rained and hailed.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I've got a friend that lives down there too.
Yeah.
And it rained. They were like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, and I was like, good. I hope it kills the mosquitoes. Jerks.
Except for it doesn't.
It doesn't
No,
clear
it
it out.
just makes it worse.
gives them life. Gives them life.
Well, should we wrap up this podcast, guys? We've been going at it for
A long time. This is gonna be a long
probably
episode.
the longest podcast we've ever done.
It was, you know what? And it
Might
was,
be a
But
2
it was
episode
well
one.
worth it.
and
Yeah.
it was well worth
We're
it
gonna
because
send it.
you know. Well, Jesse, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah.
It's been really
Yeah,
good.
it's a great story to tell.
Yeah, we appreciate you. It was
It's
a good
always
story.
nice to have the insight of a first hunt of any sort, from anyone,
Yeah,
and especially Jesse's a great guy. It was a great hunt.
Yeah,
It was like for a first bear hunt.
it couldn't
that's
have
the
gone
paces.
any better.
You got put through the paces, dude,
Yeah,
and you made it.
and you made it.
it was awesome.
And
You
I'm
got-
proud
got-
of you. I
got-
hope you know
got
that.
the full adventure.
Bear Country approved.
There we go.
All right.
Love it.
And with that note, guys, we'll stay humble and hunt hard.